Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome to the video today. My name is Mike, and in this video, we're talking about how to make money in different side hustles in 2022. If this is the first time that you and I are meeting, I started my own side hustle years ago, 2015, right here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and since have done thousands of trips and transactions across most every single major app and niche here in Pittsburgh. I've done this in other marketplaces as well. And in this video, we're answering your questions. What are the best side hustles to do in 2022? What are the best niches? Maybe what are the best apps that no one's talking about? Opportunities going into 2023, your problems, your sticking points, new side hustles, and we're going to react live to a list of 100 side hustles to see which ones are worth it, which ones should I actually try, and which ones you might not want to waste your time on. So let me know in the comments or the live chat where you're watching from. And I'm really curious, let me know which side hustles you're considering, and I need you to do something for me. Well, firstly, drop a like on this video if you want to make some money in the side hustle gig economy this year. It really helps out the channel. I appreciate that. And I need you to post your questions right now in the live chat or the comment section, because I am pumped to be here. This time is for you folks. Whether you're new or you've been subscribed for some time, this time is for you, because it's my job here, if you don't know, to help you make money in different side hustles. Because I get it, you may not have a lot of time. Some of these apps like DoorDash, let's say, that they report side hustlers are only spending a couple of hours a week, because that's, again, if you have a lot going on, that's all you might have extra. And if you only have 5, maybe 10 hours extra per week to dedicate to a side hustle, you have family, social life, dating, whatever it is, personal goals, you're trying to hit the gym, right? You're trying to do everything you're trying to do here, that you don't want to waste your time. And I don't want to waste your time either. So post your questions right now in the live chat or the comment section. Let's jump into it. We're getting your questions first. I asked you in our community tab here. That's right here on the channel. And if you don't want to miss things like that, announcements, early access to stuff, and polls specifically for you, make sure to subscribe right now and join the team here. Over 83,000 side hustlers and driven individuals like yourself. So I appreciate you being here. So when I asked you in our community tab, hey, what questions do you have in the gig economy and side hustle? Chris Esk asked, how do you keep from being sent from one side of the town to the other with orders? Let's say you're doing food delivery, right? Or really anything. And how do you stay in your hot zone? So here's the thing, Chris, I appreciate you asking this question on our community tab. So if you're taking orders, let's say on food delivery, and how do you keep from being sent from one side of the town to the other? It sounds simple, but I always try to, give you straightforward info here. Number one, obviously don't accept things that are taking you out of your hot zone. Now, if you don't know, I recently did a ride-along shift with my good friend Jess. She's a busy mom, a parent. She's got a lot going on. So she doesn't want to waste her time, much like you. So when I was doing the ride along with her, I was with her and just kind of advising her on her DoorDash shift. I said, why are you taking this run? Why would you consider this run? That the cash flow might be good. So cash flow is just how much money is it bringing me? Like, just that's it. $18, that's crazy. $12, that's really good. That's cash flow. But if we're running a business here on a side hustle, we want actual net profit after expenses. So I said, you can take that, but it's taking you 15 minutes out of our current zone. Are you okay with that? And she's like, well, I don't know. I'll just drive back here. And I challenged her on that. I said, well, do you want to take that if you have to drive back here? And she's like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I don't want to. So you have to understand, if I'm driving 10 minutes away, which, here in Pittsburgh, 10 minutes away isn't too far away, but let's say 15 minutes away, right? That's kind of the swing number, 15, 18 minutes away. That could be a good distance. So you need to answer the question, the ending destination 15 minutes away is in another hot zone, Chris. So if it brings me to the middle of a rural zone, then you have to think of those commuting miles that I told you with Jess. So is it worth it after commuting miles? Am I going to have to commute all the way back into my original zone? Or listen to this. Can I just commute 3 minutes to a different hot zone? So you may say, well, it's the ending destination isn't immediately a hot zone, but I know of one like 3 to 5 minutes away. So that's my goal for you. 3 to 5 minute commutes into a hot zone. If you have to commute, because ideally we want what's called a ping pong order. As soon as you finish on any app, folks, this doesn't have to be food delivery. Listen to this. Drop a like if you appreciate this so far. But if you can ping pong 0 commuting miles, like I immediately got another one, ideally. So I hope that answers your question. Number 1, just don't take stuff if it's going out of your hot zone. Number 2, if you do have to commute 3 to 5 minutes, ideally, I don't want you driving more than like 5 minutes to another hot zone. And I guess number 3, I'm forgetting number 3 here, but I had another point for you. Yes. Okay. What if I don't know my hot zones? Well, I mean, you got to study your marketplace. Maybe, and this is going like next level here, folks. But like when I was in San Diego, like I had no idea what anything was in San Diego. So what you might want to do is at least understand the different pockets. Like, okay, how is La Mesa different than Mira Mesa? That's different than La Jolla, Del Mar, Pacific Beach. Like you have to understand, all right, at the very minimum, where are the populated, dense areas of my marketplace? Because Chris and you watching this, populated, dense areas of the marketplace need what? They need resources to cater to that audience, as in like restaurants, right? Because restaurants want to start their business and open their business where the people are. So it just makes sense. Like if I'm a restaurant, I don't want to be in the middle of nowhere where people have to commute, 15, 20 minutes to get to my restaurant. That's hot real estate. So again, that's a power strip. Those are areas that are really dense with restaurants. Hope that helps. Hey, Ellen, I see in here one of our VIPs. Folks, if you want to get access to exclusive badges, emotes, and videos, consider clicking that join button down below and be like Ellen. And James, another VIP, appreciate you being here, both of you, and get access to those exclusives, including unfiltered takes on the gig economy. James says, I'm out in Cincinnati doing flex groceries in flash flood conditions. Wow, tips ought to be phenomenal. I got a $15 cash tip earlier. Great job on that $15 tip, James. Be safe. Flash flood conditions. Again, I'm coming to you from Pittsburgh. I was like passed out taking a nap. We had a tornado warning. There's a watch and a warning the other day. So be safe out there. Appreciate you being here, folks. What I need you to do right now, I have a few questions that were asked in our community tab, but what you want to do if you do have a question in the live chat or in the comment section, if you're watching in the replay, put a Q or question marks before or after your question to stand out. So I can help you out there. Kevin, I see you. Always good to see you in here as always. ACM, thanks for streaming. Thanks for being here. ACM, I appreciate you being here. So going back to our questions, folks, question number 2 from Robin. Thanks for asking. Things are so different in little towns. Listen to this. Even if you're in a big town, you might get pulled into a small pocket. So listen to this. Things are so different in little towns. I'm in Cadillac, Michigan, and we only have maybe 45 places to deliver from. Strategy. So I hear this a good bit. Like, dude, you were in San Diego for 3 years. There's like 3 million people in San Diego County. Here in Pittsburgh, it's 1.3 million. Like, I'm in a small area, 200,000 population, whatever it is. What do I do? Well, number 1, you have to play within the rules or parameters of your marketplace. Look, again, I'm going to be real with you. It's coming out of place of care. If you're in a small marketplace, you can only expect that certain amount of consumer spending because you only have like X amount of people. You just don't have as many people. So now here's saying that, think of your demographic. Again, let's be real here. Think about the average kind of household income of your marketplace. Because if I'm in like a smaller pocket, but they're high spenders and high earners, then they may just have more discretionary income to spend on food delivery or whatever. They have maybe a higher propensity to tip because they have, again, more discretionary income. Or on the flip side of that, if it's a lower median household income, then it's basically the opposite. Now, not necessarily for tips, because tips really doesn't really matter with your income level, and you can tip whatever you want, right? But if there is lower discretionary income, as in when I say discretionary income, folks, it's like, how much extra money do I have? After my expenses, like, what do I have to actually spend on just whatever I want? So if there's lower discretionary income, yes, you're going to probably see lesser orders. If you have an older demographic, maybe, speaking with generalities, if you have an older demographic, maybe they're just not using the gig apps as much as calling in orders, going to pick it up themselves, or just, whatever, dining out, just going there for carry outs versus, using technology and gig apps, maybe. So I would consider all of that. Now, Robin, again, what else can you do other than understanding those kind of metrics and demographics? The same thing I tell everyone, it's uncovering all the stones. I would tell you, if you're in a smaller marketplace, you better be covering like all the stones. Look, again, we'll be real here. If you're in a larger marketplace, maybe you can kind of sit back and kind of relax and know that consumer demand is going to be there. People are spending. Maybe a younger demographic, like, yeah, I'm fine with it just driving on DoorDash and not experimenting with anything else, right? Like, DoorDash is always good. Like, why would I need to experiment with anything else? Because I have a good thing going here. And that may be the case. But you can't do that maybe if you're in a smaller marketplace. You got to research. And here's a closing point for you, Robin. Think of this, folks. A smaller marketplace is physically limited by the demographic, the population, right? You know what's not limited is internet traffic, digital traffic. So if like nothing's working for you, I would look at ways to make money online. I would look at affiliate income. You know what? I'll show you right now. We'll show you right now. So check this out. Let me show you my actual Amazon earnings from 2022, from the current year here. So here's my actual affiliate earnings that you might want to take advantage of. You might want to look at affiliate income. So this is earnings from posting links to Amazon products, and I get a commission or a bounty if I sign someone up for, Amazon Prime free trials. Look at May. I'm at $16.34, nothing crazy. But April, just earn an extra $100. March, $60, okay. February, $100. January, $77. Now, I know what you're saying. It's not a ton of income. Okay, cool. Let's go to last year. $300, $285, $200 and basically $80, $300, $240. Look at this. Wouldn't this be great income? This is great side hustle income. And my brother, Matt, if you don't know, he's also set up affiliate income. Now, I know what you may be thinking next. Well, Mike, you have a YouTube channel. You have a large audience. Like, I don't have that. I can't do that. That's kind of an excuse. Again, I'll be real with you. It's kind of an excuse. You can do this, okay? Anywhere. There's no shortage of eyes. There's no shortage of an audience. It's just how you get those eyes to your affiliate links. TikTok is massive right now. TikTok, depending on your account, lets you post a link in your bio. Instagram lets you post a link to your bio. What I would do is use what's called Linktree. Linktree lets you, it's kind of like a tree, different branches. It allows you to have one Linktree link that has under it like 5 different links. So you can link out to your Amazon storefront, or you can link to like an actual trial that you get a bounty on. Hey, try such and such for free. And you'll see you get affiliate income from that. Now, again, let me go back to this past year because you saw what I was making last year. Look at this year. Again, not a lot of money, right? 77, 90. Here's why, because I never really mention it. I'll mention it like this. Go to our Amazon storefront for the best accessories in any side hustle. And I'm being real, but you should. If you're looking for the best accessories for Toro, delivery, rideshare, Airbnb, for work from home, to set up your battle station, click that first link in the description. I mean, I'm being real with you, but you can exponentially make more than this, even with a smaller audience. Because you see these clicks, 2,500 clicks, 2,900, 2,400, which is in red. That's in a whole month, folks. You can get 10 times that if you're really focusing on affiliate income. So just a few options there. And hopefully that answers your question. Folks, drop a like in this video. We're going through so much together, talking about the gig economy, best ways to make money in 2022 and beyond. So I appreciate you being here, Ellen, saying that you love the channel. Appreciate you being here, Ellen, being one of our VIPs, folks. Put your questions in the live chat in a little bit. And again, we're going to react to a list of 100 different side hustles. Not all of them, of course, but we have a list of 100 ideas to keep your ideas going. Question number 3. Question number 3, yes. Savvy asks, I've seen people renting out garage spaces. Is there a thing for people with a large RV capable covered parking? Is there a thing for people with large RV capable covered parking? Okay, so I'm reading this as a large RV space for rent. I don't know. Let's find out. So let's see here. I'm going to say RV rental space side hustle. Let's see what we can find here. So for instance, let me show you what I'm looking at right now. So we're looking at ways to make money, maybe, I don't know, not necessarily with an RV per se, as we have a lot of pop-up ads, of course, but so I just typed in like, you know, side hustle RV kind of thing. Renting out their RV went from a side hustle to a full-time business that brought on $25,000 in a single month. This is from entrepreneur.com. Okay, so that's renting your actual RV. And by the way, that could be another idea, you know, savvy. So renting out garage space, is this a thing for people with large RV capable of covered parking? So I'm assuming you're asking this because you have an RV. I would look at both of these options here. So not only can you rent out the actual RV, but I mean, again, chances are you have space. Now, I mean, that's perfect. Because if you're not using the RV, it's probably parked in your covered parking space. Why rent out the space when you can rent out the entire RV? Now I get it because it's a large, asset for you. But let's see what else we can find here. Renting out RV, making money from home, renting your RV. How much money can you make renting out your RV? So a lot of things you can see. RV rental space. Renting a parking space for RVs or for motorhome. Let's try this. Cheap monthly parking, rent in Pittsburgh, find a space. RV parking and storage. Oh, I'm in Pittsburgh, so that's why it's pulling up geo filters. RV storage and parking in Pittsburgh. Store Express self-storage. You know what you might want to do? Top 8 RV storage facilities in Pittsburgh. Cheap RV storage parking. Let's click on, this is RV Share. I haven't heard of this site, but let's see what this says. Okay, let's see. Extra storage space, Store Express, more storage area, U-Haul, moving in storage. Okay. Store Express, another Store Express, extra storage space. Okay, so these are storage businesses. What you might want to do is start researching, like, how did you start getting this rental business off the ground? How did you go through the process of building a business for RV storage? Now, what you can also do is go to parking space for rent. And you could go to some of these apps. Let's see if we can find some of these apps here. Neighbor, here's Alco Park. That's actual parking. Cheap car storage. Okay, you get the point here. Spot here. I think this is one. Yeah, rent your parking space. So what I would do is just do this. Start Googling car rental, like garage rental side hustles, parking space side hustles, and go through these apps to see if any include an RV sized covered parking. And I mean, if we think about it, the only difference is it's like a huge parking space. So even though it's a large covered RV parking space, unless there's restrictions like, hey, this is a RV only parking area, like I don't know, whatever it is, an RV park, whatever it is. If there's no restrictions, I mean, list the thing anyway. List it on these regular parking space apps if you can. Appreciate you asking that question here. Next question from Cheryl, and folks, we're going to get into your questions as well here shortly. So definitely get those questions ready with a Q or a question mark in the live chat or the comment section. I appreciate you being here. Cheryl asks, why is it telling me the mileage is one amount, then it ends up being much farther? So on any gig app that's giving you the miles here, you'll get an estimate of that trip duration. I mean, again, we'll say food delivery here because you see that on the order request screen. So what I would do, well, firstly, you need to understand whenever you get the trip estimate for miles, usually it's from the current location to the restaurant to the customer. So I'm at spot A. It says, hey, you got to pick up for McDonald's. It's 7.2 miles. I'm going to assume that's going to be from my current location to the pickup to the drop off. Now, Cheryl, and again, you watching this, if you do that run and you're like, dude, it was like 10 miles, I would document that. And then if it keeps happening, I would take screenshots and I would reset your trip odometer on every single run. So if you're parked and you're waiting for an order, which is what you should do anyway, that's the best practices, what we talk about here. You're going to park, sit, and wait for an order. At that point, reset your trip odometer and then wait for a request. You get it, 6.1 miles. Complete that run. Is it 6.1 miles, 6.3, a little variance, or is it like a way off? Is it 8 miles? And you're like, what's going on here? Then what I would do is take some of those screenshots, maybe just document your trip odometers as well, and you can always reach out to support for DoorDash, for Uber Eats, for Grubhub, whatever it is, and say, look, why is my app giving me 6.1 miles, 7.2 miles? From my understanding, this is supposed to be from my current location to the restaurant to the customer, because what else would it be? That's the longest trip duration. Like a shorter, like they could be like, oh no, it's just from the restaurant to the customer, but that would be shorter, but you're going over. So track the miles from the current location, commuting to the restaurant, and then to the customer. And that's it. So why would it be like 2 miles over, 3 miles over? So that's my advice to you, Cheryl. Take those screenshots, document on the trip odometer, keep the records. And if it's like, now if it's like 0.1, 0.3 miles off, I wouldn't care much about it. But if it's like 1 to 3 plus miles off, especially 2 to 5 plus miles off, then there may be something going on there. So I would look into that. So I think we might have one more question, and then I want to get to your questions in the live chat here. We have one more. Yes, 1 or 2 more, I believe. Yes, last one. And then I'm going to get to your questions in the live chat. Folks, drop a like on this video if you're getting value. I appreciate you being here talking about the best ways to make money in the gig economy side hustle in 2022. Let me give you a little preview here. Check this out. And then shortly after we answer your questions, we're going to be going over 100 different side hustle ideas as well, just to see if these even make sense. Are these good ideas? This list from Parade here. We're going to randomly pick numbers. Maybe you can pick a number in chat, and then we'll go to that number on that list and see if it's worth it. I've not seen that list yet, so we're going to react live. Victor asks, appreciate you asking, Victor. And also, folks, make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. This is the best place on the platform, in my opinion, to grow and scale a side hustle in any year. So if you're watching this video in 2030, it's still the best place. Victor asks, what's the best strategy for part-time side hustle using a Tesla? I'm waiting on my Tesla order to come in, and I'm thinking on my days off for a couple of hours to do the side gig to help pay for the car itself. What would be the best strategy for this? Don't worry, folks, if you don't have a Tesla coming in, listen to this and lead in for this, because it doesn't matter. Victor, I appreciate you asking. Congrats on the new purchase of the Tesla there. I'm going to help anyone out, especially if you have a newer vehicle, you're trying to kind of assist the car payment. Because actually, my brother's doing the same thing. My brother has a 2021 Tesla Model 3, and he is using side hustles to help pay for that vehicle. So check this out. So Victor, the first thing that I would do, let me pull up a website here. What I would do that I guarantee is not going to be everyone's first choice is you might want to look at this. This is going big though. This is going high risk, high reward. So that's Turo. You rent your personal vehicle on Turo. And the only reason I say this, because folks, if you're interested in Turo, check out our playlist. I just listed my 2015 Volkswagen Passat. Now, here's the thing. Here is the thing. Look, like, why would I ever list a brand new Tesla on Turo? Here's why. Because Teslas are so insanely hot with demand that Turo lists them specifically on their home page, which is crazy. They list Teslas on the main page next to Porsches, BMWs, and utility vehicles like Subarus and Jeeps. So if I click on Tesla, let's say Los Angeles, because Los Angeles has a lot of Teslas. There we go, Los Angeles. I'm going to click some random day in the future. Okay. I'm going to mock up a rental. So now here's Teslas. I'm going to go sort by new, right? Because you said new. So vehicle years, 2021 until most recent. Let's sort by that. Here's what I'm saying. Here is what I am saying. Victor, I want to make sure I got your name right there. So these brand new Teslas are listing for $239 a day, $258, $254, $227, $250, $230. So that's see, 142, 153. No, don't list your vehicle for that cheap. If you're going to list a brand new vehicle, you go big, because these at 250, 227, they have trips. People have booked these vehicles. See that? 43 trips, 49 trips, 23 trips. Can you imagine someone booking your Tesla for a weekend and you've now made $700+ Now, obviously there's commissions with Turo, but you can make like $700 in a weekend with a Tesla. There's mileage caps, 200 miles a day. So you don't have to worry about them driving 600 miles, but I get it. That is a big macro when it comes to listing a brand new vehicle. So let me come back down to maybe something more practical, because I know that's not for everyone. But like, for instance, let me tell you, personally, I just got a 2022 Tesla Model Y Performance. It is a $74,000 vehicle, which is insane. I went from a 2010 Dodge Caliber that I bought new for, I think it was like $18,000 in 2010, to a used Volkswagen Passat, the current gig vehicle. I think I got it for maybe 18 as well, 18,000. I can't remember. Bought it used with 30,000 miles. And now I invested in the Tesla. It's a personal vehicle. And then I have my Passat fully paid off for gig work. So would you say like, hey, Mike, you can list your Model Y Performance, and market values for those are like, again, at least $250. I would probably list it for like $300+, maybe $325 a day to rent that vehicle, because it's such a premium vehicle. Now, would I? Look, no, I probably wouldn't. The same thing for you, Victor. Like, there's nothing wrong with saying like, dude, I'm not listing my brand new Tesla or any vehicle, even if it's a used vehicle on Turo. Like, it's nothing, like, I'll even tell you that. But if that's an option, some are willing and able to do that because they're not necessarily like married to the vehicle. There's insurance. If damage happens, Toro pays for it. Not you, but then there's still, time when that vehicle's in the shop. Anyway, so if you're trying to have a side hustle that helps pay off a vehicle, I don't see much difference in value in the vehicle in any other side hustle. What I mean by that is using a new Tesla or anything is no different than using a used 2010 Prius, because it doesn't matter. The vehicle doesn't matter in the gig economy. If you're doing rideshare, maybe, Victor, rideshare is maybe where you'll get more value because customers are like, whoa, you have a premium vehicle. That Tesla might qualify for higher levels on Uber and Lyft, excuse me. So maybe you can get more payout per mile. Or in some states like California, I believe you can set your own rates for Uber and Lyft. So you can say like, dude, I'm only driving this nice thing for $3 a mile, which is superb. And if no one wants it, like that's fine. I'll just do other gigs. So consider that. I hope that gives you a few options there. If you can squeeze out more earnings per hour, again, it might be on rideshare. And that's it. Because food delivery does not care. Shipt does not care. Amazon Flex, Walmart Spark, none of that matters. The vehicle has no bearing on your earnings. Other than Toro, I showed you can get a premium for that vehicle. And then maybe rideshare. Qualifying for higher tiers, and or maybe customers might tip because it's a nicer ride. So I hope that makes sense. Driven Dad, I appreciate you being here. Odeka just getting back from a wild DoorDash shift. Appreciate you watching. Hope you had a great shift there. Arthur, full-time gig worker. Arthur, I respect the hustle. Appreciate you being here. And I believe it is time to answer your questions. Yes. So what I need you to do, folks, is put well, I've seen some already. So put a question mark or a Q before or after your question to help it stand out. Drop a like in this video, consider subscribing. And lastly, click that join button down below to get access to those exclusive badges, emotes, custom videos, unfiltered takes on gig apps, early announcements, and more for literally the cost of a coffee for the entire month. You can cancel at any time. I think it's 100% worth it. And it helps out the channel. So I appreciate that. Not mandatory, of course. So the first question I saw, let's get into your questions here live. If you're watching on the replay, you can post it down below. That works. I'll be traveling and want to know which hustles work best when on the road. That is a fantastic question, DC. So look, if I'm traveling, I'm like road tripping, whatever it is, what side hustles can I do on the road? Number one, you can always do anything online, any affiliate income. I know people are kind of scared away from affiliate income. You shouldn't be. Again, you can post links and get attention on TikToks, on Instagram. If you have, you can post whatever, post whatever. You can post skits, product reviews, educational videos like I do. We just launched on TikTok. It's, gig hacks and tips on TikTok. You can, again, you can post the links in your bio that link out to your different affiliate programs. And number two, some apps will let you drive in any marketplace. Now this has changed over the years. So for instance, I can't mock it up. I was going to say if I can maybe mock it up. But maybe, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, some of these apps let you go online like anywhere as long as you're in the US and you're an active driver. From my understanding, that has changed. Like when I visited San Diego recently, I tried to go online with Uber Eats and it wouldn't let me. It said your vehicle's not authorized in this state, etc. In the past, you were able to drive like anywhere. So look into that. Other than that, just trying to go online with your current gig apps. If you're traveling, post any suggestions you have in the live chat in the comments section as well, folks. I'm trying to think of anything else you can do while you're traveling. I mean, the most reliable thing is anything online, frankly. Other than trying gigs. Well, now what you might be able to do is seeing if you can pick up side hustle gigs in those areas. What I mean is like work. through like Wonolo, through some of these apps that provide like kind of just temp work for the day. Like Wonolo, they'll list like random gigs like, hey, our company is giving out t-shirts at this little festival. We just need someone to give out t-shirts and we'll pay you like, you know, X amount of dollars. So you can look at like different kind of small gigs like that. Let me take a sip of water here and we'll get to your next question. Awesome. Hope you're doing well, folks. Talking about different side hustles here. Andy, thanks for being here earlier. It says, side hustles I can work just on the weekends. Great question, Andy. Any ideas appreciated. Look, what's busiest on the weekend? All right, I'll ask you that. What's busiest on the weekend? It's your staple apps. Like, to be real with you, it is food delivery. Rideshare usually peaks on the weekends. I wouldn't say package delivery like Amazon Flex. I think that's pretty stable throughout the week, I would say. Even grocery delivery, like, yes, I think there's an uptick in grocery delivery on the weekends. I would look at food delivery and or rideshare. Trying to think what else might peak on the weekends for you here. I think those are the big ones. In fact, we might even get some more ideas in our list later. So hang tight. We're going to react to that list of 100. Brianna, thanks for being here. Asks, thank you for your content. I appreciate that. So Brianna. As of right now, which side hustle app is your favorite? I'm watching from Youngstown, Ohio today. It was a rainy day and I still went out and hustled. Awesome. I respect that hustle. My favorite side hustle app is still DoorDash, you know, and look, folks, if you don't know my story, folks, anyone that's new is kind of surprised about this. DoorDash deactivated me like over a year ago for posting affiliate links down below in the description of videos like this. So if I'm like, hey, sign up for DoorDash using our affiliate link down below, they would pay out a commission to myself for referring that driver. And that policy was completely fine until it changed. And in fact, DoorDash sent an email to me specifically saying, you've been deactivated for that. Just kidding, they're not. And they said, never mind, it's fine. We reviewed everything you've done. It's cool. And then months later, they apparently changed their mind. I've talked about this plenty of times, but there's always new viewers. Look, having said that, it is still DoorDash. Even though that all of that happened and I'm still trying to appeal, I think it's ridiculous. I've presented plenty of ideas to DoorDash to resolve that, whatever. But it's still DoorDash. Look at that. Hey, DoorDash, I'm not hating on you. We're still on good terms here. Come on, guys. But I think it's the busiest food delivery app. So I think the volume of orders are there. The bonus pay that I've seen is consistent and strong. I saw it in San Diego. I still see it in Pittsburgh. My friend, Jess drives, etc. So I still have access to see what that's doing. But yeah, it's still DoorDash. I mean, side hustle app. I can't think of really anything else that is as consistent with higher pay opportunities. Yeah, I like it. We'll still stick with that. Nothing wrong with that. I see comments here, folks, but I need questions and cues to stand out here. So definitely post your question here. So MTG, thanks for being here. Uber has not worked for me at all. Anyone else having this problem? Are you referring to rideshare or Uber Eats? I'll just speak at large though. If an app is not working for you, okay. I see a follow-up here. It looks like Uber Eats. So issues with Uber Eats driver app work this afternoon. Around noon to 2, just went for 90 minutes and didn't get a single call. Okay, great. That's kind of expounding on your question here. So let's answer this. If you are going online with a gig app and you don't get an order for, you said 90 minutes, even 60 minutes, even 30 minutes, even like 15 or 20 minutes. If I don't get an order request, well, it's a little different. Here's what I would do. MTG, thanks for being here. If you don't get any order requests in 15 minutes. That means the market is insanely slow. The app is dead. It is slow. Try a different app. Try DoorDash. Try Grubhub. If it gets to be 20 to 30 minutes, then I start thinking, well, frankly, I'd never wait that long. I never would wait 20 to 30 minutes for an order. I mean, I understand the frustration. I would never wait 20 to 30 minutes with nothing. I would go home before I would sit there that long. What I've declined orders for 30 minutes. Like I'll get orders, but they're just not as good. That indicates that yes, it's slow, but at least some orders are coming in. I'll just decline them until I get a really good one. Obviously it's not ideal, because you want to be consistent with orders, but it happens. But if you're getting nothing, it is dead slow 15 minutes. But if you happen to wait 20 or 30 minutes, chances are there's something wrong. At about, well, you should be impatient. I'm impatient. After just like a couple of minutes, if I don't get anything, I'm refreshing the app. So I'm closing the app. I'm going back in. I am turning off my LTE on my phone. I'm turning it back on. You should always make sure your Wi-Fi is turned off. If I usually like sit outside of Starbucks to start. So if I happen to be connected to that Starbucks Wi-Fi, maybe it's patchy, like it's one bar, it's connected, but it's not strong enough and orders are coming in, but I'm not seeing them because the Wi-Fi is bad. So turn that off. I might like restart my phone sometimes, but if it goes 15 to 20 plus minutes, 30 minutes with nothing, I'm contacting support. On Uber, you can call them on Uber. So, well, you can do it on DoorDash too. You can do it on Grubhub too. Actually, you can call these support teams. I would call them and I would say, are you experiencing any issues and outages on your driver app? Because I'm driving, I have nothing for 20 or 30 minutes. Usually I get orders. Don't be rude with them. They're customer service reps. I've done customer service. They're just doing their thing. But just say, like, are there any outages? Even before all that, after 10 minutes, if you're getting nothing, I jump to Twitter. There's another hack for you. Go to Twitter because DoorDash will post outages on Twitter. So we've seen this. If there's large scale outages, which do happen, it could have been an outage MTG and you didn't know, and it could have been announced, 30 minutes and you sat there for 90 minutes. It could have been an outage that they could have reported. So not to waste your time and drive on something else because DoorDash is down. Or you can tweet yourself on DoorDash, on Twitter, tag them and say, is anyone experiencing outages? That's what I've done. And then tag DoorDash and then, use the hashtag, whatever. And then people reply to that. Yes, it's down. Oh my gosh, I thought I was the only one. Yes, it's down here. So then you can see it's maybe not just you. So I hope that helps. That is common. So that is a really good question. Drop a like if you're getting value here, folks. I appreciate everyone being here on our Q&A. We still got a list of 100 side hustles to react to live, but I always make sure that I answer your questions first. This time is for you. And this question and answer stops when your questions stop. Make sure to check out our Amazon storefront linked below for the very best accessories, and consider taking our Mastering Delivery course at yourdrivermike.com/delivery for the fast track for the best practices to master food delivery apps. Fully refundable within 30 days if you don't get value. Oteka, thanks for being here. Our next question asks, do you invest your profits from gig work into the stock market? Love this question. We don't get enough questions about investing, and I'm not a financial analyst. This is not legal or professional investing or financial advice. Maybe that's why, but it's a hustle that we need to talk about more. And I will. I'll commit to more investing insights on a amateur level. Okay, I don't pretend to be an expert. But do you invest your profits from gig work into the stock market? I invest the majority of my income into ETFs whenever they're low. So Odeka and others, any profit from my business. Because if you don't know, I mean, the vast majority of my income is from YouTube. This is what I do. This is, helping you make money in different side hustles. So actually, I posted 8 of my revenue streams on TikTok. That short is coming out, I think, tomorrow. Here on YouTube, we have plenty of shorts scheduled on YouTube. But if you want to see it first, go to TikTok, your driver Mike. 8 different revenue streams that I have. Regardless, after my expenses, after my taxes, after discretionary income, there's money that, it is discretionary income. What do I do with that money? Yes, I absolutely invest it. So what I do is again, not legal financial investing advice, but I am super heavy my position into companies I believe in. It's mainly Tesla. I mean, I bought a vehicle. I mean, right, if that tells you anything, but I've seen others do the same. Again, I am not a financial investing expert, but absolutely. I've gone more conservative, Odeka. I'm starting to do more ETFs, S&P 500, Vanguard, VTI, which is usually a safer hedge against risk if you didn't know, folks. So an ETF, it's a collection of assets, stocks, and I believe maybe some other assets, but it's a bundle, right? So you're not investing in just one company, but you're investing in a pool of assets. And especially the S&P 500, over the years, it's outperformed individual investors by and large. So literally in 20 years, if you just simply put all your money into the S&P 500, chances are, statistically, you'll still outperform individual investors that try to pick individual companies. Even like large, huge investors, still you might outperform. Again, there's no earnings guarantees, not legal investing advice. 100% investing is so important. Great question, Curtis. Our next question here, talking about the gig economy and side hustle help you make money in different side hustles right here since 2015. Folks, hey, if you do have a question, it's pretty important. Or if you just want to show appreciation to what we do here on the channel, consider dropping a super chat. You can click that down in the live chat exclusively to either get priority questions to get your your questions answered first, and or just to show your appreciation on the video. But Curtis's question, how much should you save? Great question, for car maintenance and repairs. So, with any side hustle that uses your vehicle, it is going to greatly accelerate the depreciation and the wear and tear on your vehicle. I am real here. It's going to greatly accelerate that. Now, if you're doing this like part-time, like literally, if you just drive 100 miles a week, that's not that bad. 100 miles a week is not a lot of miles. But if you're doing this with heavier hours, especially full-time, you can do 100 200 miles a day. Easy. I've done it. You can do like 200 miles a day. So we're talking 1,000 miles a week, 1,200 miles a week. So you're adding, I'm awful at math. Shall we? Because I am awful at math. That's why I was a communications major, not a mathematician. 52 or 1,200 miles times, 1,200 miles a week times 52 weeks. That is 62,400 miles. 1,200 miles. I'm doing this like 3 times. I can't believe it. Times 52 weeks. That is insane. So if you do half of those miles, you're adding 30,000 miles a year onto your vehicle. If you're doing 1,200 miles, you're adding 64,000 miles, which is ridiculous in a side hustle. So most people statistically are driving 10 to 15,000 miles a year. So you could be doubling that or tripling that depending on the intensity of your side hustle. That is insane. And we don't realize this because you're driving, you're making good money. Like, hey, this is great. I'm making money with my vehicle. Well, firstly, you should track your miles always. Track your business miles. But how much would I set aside? Well, firstly, you should set aside at least 20%. Well, I shouldn't say at least, like usually around 20% for taxes. I'm not a CPA. That is not legal tax advice. But if anything, you want to set aside more money so it's like a nice surprise if you don't have to pay it all for taxes, right? Because this money, there's no taxes withheld. So, Curtis, you might be able to pull from that, 20% you've had set aside for taxes. Or it's up to you. You can set aside 22%, a little bit more just to have a separate, I have money for taxes. I have money for any wear and tear, because you will have wear and tear, folks. The tires, the oil change, etc. Hope that helps. Thanks for following on TikTok, Odeka. I'm really happy with how those video edits are going, which I am doing myself. We're still looking for an editor. We'll get that eventually. I see another question here, and then we're going to get into, maybe we'll take a little pivot after this. We'll keep it fresh for you. We're going to live react to those different side hustle ideas after this next question. Yeah, let's mix it up a little bit. Keep it fresh for you. But this question, Trench, thanks for being here. That is a profile picture. Hey, Mike, I was doing a point pickup for about a month now, but I'm no longer receiving orders for Walmart, and the app seems dead. Yeah. Know anything about that? I mean, not specifically, but let me show you this. I was just looking at point pickup before this video. We've done a video on point pickup, folks. It's just a delivery app. It's for stuff. So let's turn on the autofocus here, and let me show you my point pickup. So here's my point pickup. Here's the orders that I have. There we go. I'll try to get it. So I have orders for tomorrow, $9, $11, $11, right? These are the orders that you're gonna get. I'm trying to find you a big, here we go. Here's a big one. Okay, I just want to make sure there's no personal info in there. So look at this one. This is point pickup for $26, but it is 9 drop-offs for Walmart stuff. So you get to the Walmart, they're going to load your vehicle with all this stuff. Probably not a ton, because if there's 9 drop-offs, it's not going to be like 9 grocery orders. It can't be, because the driver's not going to be able to fit that in their vehicle. So it's going to be, you can see there it says package general merchandise. So it's not going to be a ton of stuff. I mean, it'll be a good amount, but so Trench, if you are, let's adjust our autofocus again there. So if you're not getting anything, it's tricky because I've not done point pickup. I've only, I've got activated. I haven't taken a run yet. We certainly will in the coming weeks. Something's changed, obviously. So what you can do is, number one, always I would pivot. I would look at different apps. You can do Walmart Spark. You can do, well, I like it like this. You can do Walmart Spark because it's still Walmart runs. I mean, you said yourself you're doing Walmart runs. So get activated on Walmart Spark if you're not already. It's the same thing. It is Walmart runs. You're already familiar. You know how the process works. Excuse me. Now, those are going to be grocery orders, most likely. It can also be, general merchandise. So look at Walmart Spark. Number two, pivot to different niches. This is a problem that folks run into. They're too narrowed down into one app. So when something like this happens, they have nowhere else to go. I don't have any orders anymore. Number three, you can always reach out to, again, I say similar things because these are the best options. Okay. Number three, reach out to support if they have support. Again, I have limited knowledge with point pickup, and say, I've always got orders. What's the deal here? And then maybe if you're lucky, try different support agents, right? If they can't help you, try again, try to reach someone else. But they might say, we're doing some system maintenance, so you may not see orders for a bit. Or, I don't know, whatever. We're changing this, so you may not see orders for a couple of days. I don't know. Or, excuse me, my goodness. Or worst case scenario, for your market, Walmart may lessen their usage of point pickup. Again, I don't know how their contract works with point pickup, but they may say, we're using Walmart Spark, which is their own platform. Well, we're using Walmart Spark more than point pickup. Again, I don't know how those partnerships work, but I hope that helps you out. All right, folks, I hope that helps you out. So what we're going to do, let me take a sip of water here, is go over this. We're going to go over live. We're going to react to a list of 100 different side hustles to see, like, look, are any of these actually worth it? And what we're going to do is randomly pick numbers. We'll pick them from you first, and then I have a number generator. We're gonna have some fun with this. I haven't seen this list. I have not seen this list. And we're gonna say, like, is this an actual thing? Is it worth it? How much money can you make from it? Have you tried it? If not, why would you, or why wouldn't you try it? In a second. So drop a like on this video. We're gonna react to this live. And I appreciate you being here. So a list of 100 different side hustles that are trending. Interesting. Okay. That are trending in 2022. This from Parade, not sponsored. I'm really interested to see how this list is. So what I want you to do is, I'm going to type it in the live chat. Choose a number. Right now, choose a number from 1 to 100. Post it right now. Don't wait. First number that comes to mind. Post a number. I mean, it doesn't matter. This is a random thing. But post a number 1 through 100 in the live chat. I'm going to pick one of these numbers here. And we're going to go to this list and we're going to see if it's worth it. I have not seen this list. I guarantee you there's side hustles that I have not tried, that I have not even seen. I guarantee you there's side hustles you've never heard of that, again, you have never tried. I guarantee it in this list. Apparently trending for 2022, post your number 1 to 100 right now in the live chat. Just go. Type 1 to 100. Let's pick something. 1 to 100. And we're going to react to it live. I see the numbers coming in. Let's go. 1 to 100. Pick a number. And we're going to react live. Who's it going to be? Post your number 1 to 100 from this list. The ultimate list. Oh, it says the ultimate list of side hustles that are trending. Who is it going to be? Post your number in the live chat. 1 to 100. Let's go. 100 different side hustles. Some are worth it. Some might be garbage. I get some probably are garbage. Some of these are probably not worth it. A couple more seconds. Get to your phone, get to your computer, post your numbers in the live chat. 1 to 100 so I can pick your number to react to live in this list. 15 more seconds. 10 seconds. Post your numbers. 5. Okay, I see your comments here. Let's pick a random number. I'm not going to look. I'm scrolling through these comments. Do we have one? No, I clicked. I started a comment. And okay, number 8. Keith, thanks for being here. Number 8, it's right on the top of the list here. Let's do it. Number 8, 100 best. Okay, well, this is building up our anticipation here. They said trending side hustles, and now they're saying best side hustles. So this should be good. Number 8. Oh, look at this. Number 8. Teach music lessons. Okay. If you know how to play the piano or strum a guitar, get involved with a local music group or connect with other band parents at school so you can start hawking your services. Ooh, as a virtual music tutor. What do we think? Is this a good side hustle? Let me know. Teaching music lessons, number 8. Is this a good side hustle? So as your comment, yes or no. So I'll tell you a little story about this. I played an instrument all through high school and all through college. It seems like a millennium ago. It's crazy. Maybe you can guess what instrument I played, but I played an instrument, and I've taken music lessons from private instructors back in the day. So is this a good side hustle? I would say yeah. And the reason this is certainly good is because I think the margins are really good. You can charge a good amount of money if you know, again, I mean, obviously you need to know how to play something, right? But if you know how to play something and you're pretty good, 100%, because you can charge more than other apps. You can charge more than food delivery, more than rideshare, more than package. You can charge $60, $80, $100 an hour. You don't believe me? Believe it. Some of these young musicians, or even as an adult, you don't have to just tutor, students, anyone trying to learn an instrument. You can charge a premium for that. It says virtual. Virtually, yeah, Christopher says no. I would say yes or no. I would kind of agree with Christopher though, because, with music, hearing, especially music virtually, it depends on the person's microphone. It depends on the student's microphone. It depends on your headphones as far as the quality of that sound. And then also to tutor, if I'm watching the finger play, I played clarinet. There you go. So if I'm watching the finger placement of the student and I see that they're not doing something correctly, something's wrong, then it is hard virtually. So what I would do is just charge a little less, probably virtually, because there's convenience. If it was me, I would build out a website. I would do so. I'm not going to go too long on these, but I have tons of ideas. I would build out a website, source client, et cetera, et cetera. And I would charge a little less for virtual, and I would write why. I would say, hey, I can't do this, but you're getting convenience. You can do this from your own home. Yeah, I do see some challenges virtually, but I took lessons from a private instructor, and I know that instructor made some pretty good money because, again, and I believe the instructor had played with the Pittsburgh Symphony. She was very good. I don't think she was an active member anymore. I'm trying to remember. I may be wrong there, but she was a very good player. So, that's her time, taking an hour out of her day to instruct one person. So you could charge, 100, maybe even 150 an hour if you're exceptional. All right, next, pick a number 1 to 10. Let's do this again. Pick a number 1 to 10. Pick a number 1 to 10. Let's go through this list here of the 100 ultimate side hustles that are trending in 2022. It is time to do it again. Pick a number from 1 to 10. Pick a number 1 to 10. Oh my gosh. 1 to 100. 1 to 100. Sorry. 1 to 100. Sorry. 1 to 100. Now, see, everyone's picking low numbers now. 1 to 100. Sorry. Pick a number from 1 to 100. Yeah. See, everyone's picking 1 to 10. 1 to 100. 1 to 100. Pick a number from 1 to 100. I'm going to react to the next one here. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I want to keep this rolling. I want to jump into the next side hustle and react live with you. Pick a number from 1 to 100. Our first example was teaching music lessons. And we went through the possibilities of that. 15 seconds. Pick a number from 1 to 100 to find the ultimate side hustle for you, maybe. 10. 5 seconds. Pick a number 1 to 100 to find our next side hustle. And I'm going to try to not look again. This is weird to do. James. Pick 69. Oh boy. All right, let's go to 69, folks. Okay, our next hot side hustle, no pun intended, funding your invention on Kickstarter. Ooh, interesting. Listen to this. Start a Kickstarter page and your cool side hustle idea could start making money in no time. What do you think? Yes or no? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Is this a good side hustle? Wow. Finding a Kickstarter page. Okay. While I look for your answers here, this is more involved, but look, this is why you're here. We've never talked about this. This is why I love going over like new stuff. We've never gone over this. So I've never used Kickstarter for funding, but I'm assuming there's an approval process to list your product or service. Usually it's an invention. Usually it's an innovation on Kickstarter. Is this a good side hustle? I would say it is. But, I mean, you have to have something of real substance. But if you do, if you have an idea and you go through the processes of developing that product or whatever it is, and you list it on if you list it on Kickstarter, I think that could be a great side hustle. Because ideally, we're thinking bigger here. Ideally, you're thinking, how can I turn this product or whatever it is into a real business, something huge? If someone's starting on Kickstarter, they're thinking like, this is the next big thing. This is not a side hustle for me. I want this to be my business and I just need funding for it. And I'll tell you this is, I mean, again, I could go for an entire hour, 2 hours on just, this Kickstarter thing, but if you have a true product or service of value, it can explode. And I've seen it. It can explode with demand. But again, going through the process, et cetera, it can be a little challenging. But again, I think there's some possibility here. So post a number 1 through 100. Let's get our next one here. Because again, I want to keep this rolling. Because I want to discover a lot of hustles with you. If you're enjoying this, post a number 1 through 100. Drop a like in this video. We're going over this list of the most trending side hustles in 2022. We've gone over 2. Let's go over a bunch more. And I want to do this almost rapid fire, but I want to give you the most value possible. We're not going to talk about 30 minutes for each one here. Post your side hustle 1 through 100 to find the next one. 15 seconds. We're going to keep this rolling here because I want to get you the value in our next side hustle. 10 seconds. You got to be quick. 1 through 100. You got to be quick. 5 seconds. Post your number. 1 through 100. Post your number. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm trying not to look again. 89. Cool. Ugh. You know what? I need to check something real quick. No, I think I'm so wrong. I was trying to remember what Pittsburgh Steeler had number 89. I was so wrong. I thought it was Troy. It wasn't Troy. I don't follow it that closely. And then I was like, oh, is it Hines Ward? And then I think Hines was 86. I don't even know. I have an awful memory sometimes. All right, 89. 89. See, again, here's things I have never heard of. This is why we're doing this, folks. This is why we're doing this. I have never heard of some of this stuff because we're discovering new things together. 89, help people shop on Curated. Curated makes it possible for avid sports and outdoor hobbyists to make extra money by helping shoppers with customized gear and product recommendations, from cycling to boating, golfing, and more. Let me click on this Curated here. Let's check it out. Making money on Curated. So let's go through Curated. What is this, huh? So here's Curated. Okay. Shop with an expert. Love what you buy. So here's the outdoor gear: snowboarding, skiing, cycling. Okay. And I bet down at the bottom, they probably have how it works. Let's try this. Tell us what you want. Meet the expert, or should we say your new friend? Is my expert a real human being? Okay, yes, they are. How do I become an expert though? Because that's how you make money, right? Meet the experts. It's probably under this. Okay, yeah. Yeah, here's regular people, experts on Curated. Boom, interested in becoming an expert. See positions. Turn your gear knowledge into income. This is brand new, folks. This is why we're doing this. Brand new side hustles. Look at this. Okay. We connect people. We connect you with people shopping for products. You learn about their needs, then pair them with the right gear. When people buy through Curated, you earn commissions and tips. This is brand new. This is why we're doing this. This is the first time I've been hearing about this. Hey, Nicole, I'm excited to be, I'm looking for a powder board. Excited to give you recommendations. Ready to dive in? Let's do it. Cool. It looks like you're currently riding the Arbor Ethos. What you like about it? This is really interesting. So if you're a gear head, we'll call it, and you like snowboarding, golfing, fishing, camping, and more, you can become an expert on Curated, not sponsored. Okay, obviously. And as someone who loves gear myself, I can help you with like YouTube gear for days. So if you liked any of those things that we just talked about, you can earn a commission by linking with individuals shopping for this is affiliate income. Here's another great option. If you don't like, Amazon Associates isn't for me. This is what I'm talking about, folks. Someone asked earlier, what can I do when I'm traveling? You can do this. You can instant message people and give recommendations to gear and you get commissions. And here's the thing is if you refer to high ticket items like $300, $800 items, chances are you're going to earn more from that. Just simply based on numbers. Hopefully it has a good commission. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, post your question, or your numbers rather. Post your numbers 1 to 100 in the live chat, folks. It is time to go over another hot side hustle in 2022. That's what we're doing right now. Reacting to this list from Parade, going over the most trending side hustles in 2022. And we have already discovered some brand new side hustles that we've never seen before. Post your numbers 1 to 100 right now, and maybe yours will get chosen. Just a few seconds left. Post any number 1 through 100. Any number. Any number, 10 seconds. I need your number. If your phone's sitting there, if you're on the computer, if you have this going on in the background, it's all you need to do. Then you can go back to making that late night snack or whatever you're doing. Any number, 1 through 100. 5, 4, and let's see, let's try not to look again. It's weird the way I have to do this. Nope, still didn't get one. Okay. Christopher, 52. Christopher, thanks for being here. Make sure to drop a like in this video, folks. Let's check out best. Well, this is in no particular order, by the way. Side hustle number 52. Staging houses. These are so interesting. So interesting. So, as always, what I need you to do is put yes or no, put a thumbs up or thumbs down in the live chat or the comment section. Is this a good side hustle? Number 52. Stage houses have an eye for interior design. Staging homes for a small fee could be an enjoyable side hustle idea for you. Get started by networking with realtors and listing agents in your area. Interesting. Is this a good side hustle? I have no idea where you'd start or what you'd price. Listen to this. Hey, actually, having said that, where would I even start with pricing? Should we move this up a little bit? So if I want to stage houses, where would I even start with prices? I have no idea. Google it. Just start. Look at Glassdoor, which lists different salaries and stuff for different jobs. So that comps, it's called, looking at comps, comparables to see what the marketplace does for this. You have to have an eye for design. They say you have to, it helps to have degrees in interior design, what have you, but what you could do is keep in mind, people are always looking for help from an expert. You do not have to have a degree in interior design. You don't have to have studied that. You can literally say, look, I have an eye for design. What I would also do is start creating a portfolio of things you've designed. It doesn't even have to be clients. It can be your space. Oh, I was thinking about doing this. Fine, I'll do it. Fine. Let me step out here and look at my space. What you can do is say, here's my space, and here's what I've done. Do you like it? And you can take pictures, living room, bathroom, kitchen, utility room, den, anything. And you can say, like, look at this awesome organization. People are looking for organization. Oh, this screen. There we go. Nope, no. Come on. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. So look at this awesome organization. Look at this aesthetic. If you like farmhouse, look what I've done. Maybe a friend's house. Hey, I helped them organize all this stuff. So even if you don't have paying clients, you can still provide value. So excuse me, number 52, staging houses. So there you go. Hey, I appreciate that, folks. We have the Philips Hue lights. You want to see something really cool? Well, I'll do it anyway. So the Philips Hue lights, we can change our environments. Look at that washed out color. This is gonna mess up our camera here, isn't it? So these Philips Hue lights, with the push of a button, can change. Okay, there we go. Cool, we're back. And you can make it regular lights if you want, but there it is. Okay. We need to move on. But yeah, you don't even need to have paying clients necessarily. You can say, this is what I've done in my own home or friends, or I've helped people do this, and you can, stage and get and start to get paying clients. Cool. So right now it's time for another side hustle. Post your number 1 through 100. We're reacting live to this list of the top trending side hustles in 2022. Do me a favor, drop a like on this video. It's time to choose another one. While you're doing that, quick plug, click the join button down below this video. If you can't see that, maybe jump on a computer or laptop if you can't see it on mobile. Click that join button down below if you want to get access to exclusive badges, custom emotes, behind the scenes videos, unfiltered takes on different gigs, and brand new to YouTube, to this channel, is the super thanks button. So now on any video on the channel, you can click the heart that says thanks. That is super thanks. If you want to show your appreciation to the content and the value that you get here on the channel, you can make a small investment, a one-time investment, as a thank you to what we do here. You can click that super thanks button on any video. But if you want to show your appreciation on this video, you can always click the super chat in the live chat. As always, not mandatory. Just got to plug it because it does help out the channel, helps bring revenue to the channel that goes straight back into the business here. So another 10 seconds here, posting your questions, your numbers rather, 1 through 100. In 5 seconds, we're going to choose the next one here. I have not seen this list. We've already seen basically all the side hustles that I've never even tried before. They're new ones. All right, let's pick the next number here. As heaven, lucky number 7. Let's do it. Side hustle number 7 in no particular order is kind of an OG side hustle. Refurbish and resell used furniture. Buy cool pieces at a thrift store and make them look even better than ever with a coat of paint or some new drawer pulls. You can even get gently used pieces off the side of the road. Yeah, at a lower startup cost. I love that. I love that. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Let me post that in the live chat actually, because emojis are fun. Let me just let me catch up with you real quick here. Let me catch up with you real quick here. I don't know why. I just like the aesthetic of the if I can find it. Why did I do this? There it is. Thumbs up or thumbs down? What do you think? I love this because, again, this is kind of like an OG side hustle, flipping furniture. I love the fact of finding something on the side of the road and refinishing it. If you have the tools, if this is something that you like, you can pair a passion for profit. A passion for profit. If this is your thing, you like working with your hands, and especially if you like refinishing furniture, if you like to have a weekend project, you can literally use paint remover, sand something down, paint it white, a neutral color, or have fun with it and sell it. Where? Sell it on OfferUp, sell it on Facebook Marketplace. Why those places? Because it targets locality. It targets your local marketplace. Super simple, you know? Run a little business out of the garage, park the car in the driveway, you know, store the stuff in the garage or wherever you can, and flip the furniture. You know, simple. I've seen IKEA hacks. So if you can even buy some of this stuff for cheap. You can buy a used drawers from IKEA. Someone's selling it. It's a little worn, but not completely beat up, $80, and you can sell it for like $120. $130. Refinish it. Again, put better pulls on it, and you can flip it for a profit. And it is more of an investment. Ramon says, my roommate tried it, but never really followed through with it. Yeah, some of these things are a little bit more of an investment as far as time. So what I would warn you is if you're doing stuff like this, just think about the time that you're investing to flip the product and if it's worth it to have a margin of like $40. If your margin is a $40 gain, then I would only invest like maybe 45 minutes if you can. If you can quickly do some stuff, paint it, put some drawer pulls on it, flip it. Now, if you have to completely sand it down, you're obviously going to take a little more time, an hour plus. Then try to get higher margin because you have to go get the stuff. If you're already out, that works, right? But you got to source the stuff, and then you got to invest some time refinishing. Okay, so yes, you might get a $50 profit, but really think about your time invested. So just think about that before you do it. Cool. Next one, 1 to 100. Let's do it. Let's pick another side hustle here. If your number hasn't been picked yet, now might be the time. Now might be the time, folks. So put your number 1 through 100 in the live chat. Let's do it again. We're going over this list of 100 side hustles that I have not seen yet. All of these I haven't tried. So get your number 1 to 100 and let's pick another one. Don't wait. Get your number in here. Do not wait, folks. Get your number in here. 1 to 100. It can be any side hustle. We have no idea what it could be. We have no idea what could pull up right now. It is a complete mystery. It could be good. It could be bad. Most of these have been decent. I have not even seen this list yet. Some of these could be garbage. We have no idea. I'm still waiting for that Easter egg that's gonna pop out that it's like not good. What do you think so far? Have these been good? Have these been not worth it? Let me know as well, but get your numbers in. 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left. And yeah, there's a lot of ideas. Yeah, Deb says too many talents out there not to make money. I mean, this list has 100 ideas. So that's why we're talking about it, because there's a lot of ways to make money. All right, let's do it. Get your final numbers in here. And let's pick number 23. Number 23, you have one. Let's see what number 23 is. Oh. Sell digital designs for a low maintenance side hustle idea. Create digital designs like holiday card templates, printable arts, or resume designs to sell online at sites like Etsy. It says digital designs. Here's the thing. You don't have to necessarily be a crazy graphic design. We have talked about this before. I'm trying to think of an example. I had something here. Yeah, I remembered it. So let me give you a great example of this. So YouTuber Nick Nimmin, who does YouTube training to help you build a business and a following on YouTube. Nick Nimmin, he has his own business that he does exactly this. It's called Tuber Tools. Not sponsored, nothing like that. But I have used this site. It's Tuber Tools. It's his own business, his own website, where he sells digital products. Look, $6, $4, $5. It's not super high ticket items, but let's click on this. One of the products here, a simple, slick subscribe color pack. So let's click on this. And this is what you're getting right here. You're getting this digital pop-up. Remember to subscribe. This is what and you can get this to overlay your videos for just $6. And look, it comes with different colors to match your branding. Blue, purple, gray, right? It comes with all these colors. And it'll just overlay your video like this, and it's sold for $6. And here's the thing, folks, is if we go back to the products here, look at this. They're not high ticket items. $2 for this, $2. But here's the thing, is you can go for volume. And if you reach people with the digital products, then it doesn't matter. It's kind of like the Walmart strategy. This is the Walmart strategy. It's low ticket items, but high volume. So if I want to make an extra $1,000, well, let's do the math on that. Because again, I'm bad at math. So if I want to make $1,000 divided by, let's say a $4 average ticket price. So 250. I need to make 250 sales in the month. $1,000 by $6, that's 167 sales. Or you can sell a $500 course and I only need 2 sales to make $1,000 extra. I love that. I love digital products. So again, this is Tuber Tools by Nick Nimmin. They're simple, but they're easy. So that's pretty cool. I love that idea of digital products. So let's do it. Let's jump into another one. Let's make this quick. I want to get you as much value as possible. So I love jumping into these new side hustles. I hope you're seeing the value here, folks. Drop a like on this video if you're seeing value, because there's so many opportunities to make money. We've only gone through a handful of these, and there's great ways to make money. Post your number 1 through 100 in the live chat. We're reacting live to this list here. After this, we'll take a few numbers from our number generator just to really start burning through a couple of these. But I do want to grab some of your numbers. Deb, I appreciate you being here, new to the channel. Dash and Grandpa stopping in to say hello. Appreciate you being here. Happy Friday from Tanya. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Happy Friday. In an hour, it'll be Saturday. Post your number 1 through 100 here. Let's get this going, folks. Don't wait to get just any number, 1 through 100. Without decimal places. Because I want to react to another one of these in 10 seconds. In 5 seconds. Any number, 1 through 100. Any number. And our number is going to be... I keep seeing them come in here. All right, let's grab one. Number's 50. All right, Nate, thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here, Nate. Side hustle number 50 in no particular order. Oh, if we want to talk about OG side hustles, real estate, like literally one of like the first side hustles, well, kind of, you know. Yeah, real estate. I mean, I don't need to spend a lot of time on this. Real estate, you get it. You can do it part-time. It's relatively easy to get your real estate license. It is competitive. Let me give you one hack for real estate that I've seen in my research, because I have not done real estate. I'm not a real estate agent, but I've listened to top performing real estate agents just do various side hustle, well, sales podcasts, I should say, that they've had top selling real estate agents. Plus just understanding the landscape that we're in right now. Social media is where you're going to get your leads now in 2022 and on. Social media is where you get your leads. I understand there's door knocking. There's different lead gens for your local marketplace, but I would be on TikTok. I would be on Instagram. I would have a YouTube channel that says the top 10 secrets to get the most money when selling your home. I would do reaction videos. Real estate agent reacts, TikTok housing hacks. I would do best 5 tips for selling your home, parentheses, real estate agent confesses, like trend, real estate agent confesses, best ways to make money that we don't tell you. 3 rules when selling your home, parentheses, real estate agent reacts. I would, again, TikToks, 1 simple hack when selling your home. Boom, simple. And over time, and you can still do the grassroots, you can still door knock, but what social media does is it's door knocking everywhere all the time. So listen, even though someone may be watching in like Utah and you're here in Pennsylvania, they may love your content and say like, hey, I'm in Utah, but I'm moving to Pittsburgh. I'm moving to your city. My family's in Pittsburgh. My good friends in Pittsburgh. They may send them that TikTok. You never even realize this happens. Like, hey, you're in Pittsburgh. Check out this guy. He's or girl. He's sending, or she's sending. They're sending amazing value. Check out this TikTok. Check out this YouTube channel. And then over time, it compounds all these leads for you. And these are the best practices that people are doing. And I've seen this from top performers in real estate. So number 50, real estate. Sweet. All right. So now let's do a lightning round. All right. Let's do a lightning round. So let's pick a number. 1 through 100, lightning round, 14. All right, cool. Go. Number, boom. Number 14. Let's do it. 14 is, oh. What is that? Number 14, become an Uber or Lyft driver. A lightning round. I'm going to give you a minute on this stuff. A minute. My timer is going to go in 7 seconds. I'll give you a minute on being an Uber or Lyft driver. 5 seconds and 1 minute. Okay. The pay is not as good as 2015, 2014 when they had surge multipliers. Lyft had 100%, 200%, 300% multipliers. That's not the same anymore. The sign-on bonuses for new drivers aren't there as much. You won't make like an extra $1,000, $750 as a sign-on bonus. There may still be sign-on bonuses. If there are, take advantage of it. You can get activated, just drive to hit the bonus and then do other things. Rideshare, in my opinion, not as safe as food delivery. These gigs are still inherently safe. I don't want you to get worried. Just keep in mind, it's just intrinsically not as safe. But again, I do believe 99.999% of rides are safe, but I completely understand that 0.0001% of rides, things could happen. I understand that. You're going to be driving further, more miles on your vehicle, maybe not as good of a dollars a mile ratio as other apps, and that is 1 minute. That is our lightning round on that. Let's pick another one here. And number 56. Number 56 in our side hustle list. Number 56. Try peer-to-peer lending. I'm going to read it first because I'm not exactly sure what this is. Peer-to-peer money lending websites like Lending Club help you make money off of your savings. You can invest funds for others to borrow, and they pay you interest directly to you. Very interesting. I've never heard of this. So you're going to deposit money to apps like this Lending Club, and then others use that money to borrow, and then you get interest on that money. Wow. I've never heard of that. Have you heard of that? If Lending Club is the biggest player in the space, or they're like, one of the biggest platforms, like a DoorDash, like an Uber, and it's like super vetted, like they've been doing this for years, millions of customers and transactions, that it could be a good hustle. The interest rate is probably only like 3%. Because I'm thinking about, savings account interest, which is like next to nothing. So they probably only pay you a marginal amount of interest, more than just like a savings account, to make it attractive, right? That's really interesting. I've never heard of that, peer-to-peer lending. What do you think? Is that a good side hustle? Let me know in the comments section. That's interesting. Lending money. Let's find our next side hustle here. In our random number generator, that's okay. It's just scrolling up to 53. Not that much of a difference here. Number 53. Okay, let's scroll up a little bit. Yeah, I saw that word pop up immediately, and that word was Rapify. I've done it. Folks, we have a playlist on the channel. I've done Rapify, wrapping your vehicle. Selling advertising space in your vehicle. You can make money selling ad space on your vehicle. How cool is that? If you live in a highly populated area and spend a decent amount of time driving, selling advertising space on your vehicle using sites like Rapify could be a great hustle for 2021. They need to update that. Their article says 2022. So they might have just changed the number of the year in the title. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Yeah, let me give you a minute on this. Ready? And a minute. I did Rapify for 4 months. They pay you as long as you drive in a certain bubble in your marketplace. There's hot zones in the market where you get paid more. But there's daily caps for the mileage that you drive in the day. There's daily mileage caps for the miles you drive in the hot zone. The pay is not a lot. On Rapify, there's 3 different platforms. There's a partial wrap, there's a full wrap, and then there's I forget what they call it, like a base level wrap. I did the base level wrap because you can only do what they offer in your marketplace. So the pay was pretty marginal, but you literally don't have to do anything. It is super semi-passive. You can drive food delivery and other stuff, and you still get paid on Wrapify, albeit it's not a ton. If you do the full wrap, you'll make more though, but then you have a wrap on your vehicle. So if you're doing like important stuff with your vehicle, it looks kind of funny. So keep that in mind. That's 1 minute on Wrapify. Let's do a few more, and then we'll take some of your number spots here. Going back to our number generator, 71. All right. Let's do it. Number 71, side hustle in this list of 100 in no particular order. Let's see what number 71 is here. Yeah. Start a blog. I'm going to pick another one here. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, you won't be making money instantly. I agree with that. With good SEO practices and a dedicated, yeah, it still says 2021. They definitely just changed the title of this article. Very sneaky. Yeah, you can make money on a blog or a podcast with sponsorships. That's where you really make the money. It is going to be a long game. I would pair a blog with other gigs, with a business, other stuff. I wouldn't just do a blog. I would not. A podcast, I think, is better. The better move is a podcast right now versus a blog. People are listening more than they're reading, in my opinion, at least from some of the stats that I've seen. So, yeah, I mean, you can make money from it, but I don't know if that's the move right now in 2022. Cool. Let's do another one. And 13, number 13 in our side hustle list of 100 folks. Drop a like if you're getting value in this video. Consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. We're going over this list to see if it's worth it or not, frankly. Some of these we've already seen may not be worth it. Some are better than others. Be a tour guide. Wow. Okay. What do you think about number 13? Yes or no? Let me know in the live chat. Be a tour guide. If you live in a touristy destination, you can start a local tour guide company as a new side hustle. What do you think? Yes or no? Let me put my little emojis in here again. Yes or no? Is this a good side hustle? Let me know in the live chat right now. Be a tour guide. Here's my thoughts on it. This is a small business opportunity. So if I was a tour guide, obviously I would list on local websites, but you can also, here's the strategy. I mean, look, I truly believe the strategy right now, if you're doing any kind of business where you need to source clients, I need to find people that'll pay for my product or service. The game is social media right now, whether you like it or not. That's where people are right now. So if I was a tour guide, this will make you so much money. I'm telling you, do the TikTok, do the YouTube channel. Frankly, if you don't have a lot of time, you can just do TikTok because it's short form content. In fact, I probably can't find it right now. There's someone I follow on TikTok who gives travel hacks in Vegas, because it's obviously a huge tourist area. She'll post TikToks that says, best steak in Vegas, coolest hidden spot in Vegas, best outdoor dining with a view in Vegas, best shrimp cocktail, best gaming floor, 5 casinos to avoid, 5 best economy casinos, best couples retreat. Because these are endless opportunities. So as I hit my notebook, do that. Do TikTok hacks or Instagram. You can repurpose it to Instagram Reels, by the way. Just upload it to Instagram Reels and do things like that. If you live in a touristy area, anywhere, even here in Pittsburgh, like 5 can't miss spots when visiting Pittsburgh. 3 most surprising food spots in Pittsburgh. Or again, people love like the negative stuff. 3 tourist traps to avoid in Pittsburgh, right? It's really cool. Yeah, you got to book clients. I can go on and on for that. So let's turn back to you folks. Let's turn back to you. What I want you to do, you don't necessarily need to put a number in just yet. I'll get to that in a second. I'm going to take another sip of water here. I want you to post some questions. Let's take a step back, post some questions or comments in the live chat or comment section right now. Put a Q or a question mark. If you want priority response, consider dropping a super chat, or if you just want to show your value. I want to answer a question or two right now, and then we'll jump back into choosing your side hustle ideas right now. So let me do that. Post your questions. I see a question here right now from Paid to Drive. Thanks for being here. So do that. Post a question mark or some Qs. I want to answer your questions. Did anyone notice that I got up and I stepped away to get another drink? No, because the power of StreamYard. By the way, the easiest live streaming platform that allows me to pull up all these graphics, screen share, post comments like this, to change different views, to make my little background here. StreamYard, the easiest live streaming platform. If you don't have time to film and edit videos, you could literally just go live like this, make a quick PowerPoint that you're seeing right here, just talk about it, and then boom, you have content if you don't have a lot of time. So there's an affiliate link down below in the description. I do get a commission from, well, I get a discount on the membership. It should be a commission, but there's an affiliate link down below in the description for StreamYard, the easiest live streaming platform. StreamYard, if you want to sponsor the channel and get that checkbook ready, I'm completely open to that. But I wanted to answer your questions here. So Paid to Drive, thanks for being here. Those that are looking to monetize on YouTube, folks, I run a 6-figure business right here from YouTube, and it's volatile. It changes. It's up and down, but we have videos on YouTube monetization and growth as well. Check out our playlist on that. But if you're like Paid to Drive, who is monetizing on YouTube, asks, hi, Mike. I've noticed a huge decrease of views a lot on YouTube channels in recent weeks. Any ideas to why? I saw this in a comment section on another channel. And if you look at our numbers here on even this channel, I've seen that kind of the same thing in the last 30 days or so, that views have been going down. Here's what I would do if you're monetizing on YouTube is you have a YouTube Studio dashboard. In there, there's analytics. So I always kind of obsess on analytics because the analytics don't lie. And YouTube gives you tons of analytics of how you're getting your views. Is it from new subscribers, returning subscribers? Is it from recommended? Is it from search? Because that's different. It's like how to start a side hustle versus, that's a video that would rank in search because people are searching for that. How to start a side hustle versus if I wanted to be found and recommended, I might title it. Actually, there was a video I did called Why No One Does, or the side hustle that no one does. It was about Shipped and how I never do it. It's not worth it. That video has tens of thousands of views because it's vague. It's intriguing. What is it? Why does no one do it? The side hustle that no one does. Versus if I wanted to appear in search, again, I might title it Shipped Shopper, why it's not worth it. Because people are searching, is being a Shipped shopper worth it? Is shopping for Shipped worth it? So Paid to Drive, you gotta really be into your analytics because it won't lie. Even if YouTube is experimenting with something else, it'll show. It'll say, hey, you're getting less from recommended. Your click-through rate isn't doing as well. Click-through rate is the rate of the percentage of people clicking on your video. Has that gone down? Have you been on fire 11, 15, 20%, and now you're like at 2%? So did you change your thumbnails? Have you changed your title? Something like that is not hitting with your audience anymore. I had another point, but I lost it. Oh, yes. Go to yourdrivermike.com, folks. If you're new to YouTube, I have a power PDF. If it's a download, it's pretty cheap. It's like $47 or something. That's going over a lot of this. Branding, how to make thumbnails, how to title your video, strategies. Again, it's a downloadable, but it's going to literally provide you exponential value. Go to yourdrivermike.com and purchase and invest in that PDF. It's tax deductible as well, if it's for your business, which it should be, if YouTube's your business. All right, let me see if there's any other questions. Yeah, Paveway, thanks for being here. I appreciate you being here in the video today. Where do you see the government regulators moving into the gig economy like New York and California have in the future? So if you didn't know, regulations in the gig economy have always been a contentious thing of how much regulation do we have. Drivers statistically usually want to remain independent contractors versus W-2. If you're a W-2, you're entitled to benefits, workers' comp, overtime pay, vacation leave, maternity, paternity leave. But then there's also like set hours. There may be uniform requirements. So regulations have come down. California, like you mentioned, with Proposition 22. There was Assembly Bill 5, AB 5, that sought to reclassify these independent contractors as employees. Because the argument here is, well, you have too much control over these workers and you're trying to tell them when to drive and this and that. If you're going to do that, you got to classify them as employees. And if you do that, you have to pay them the set wages, the overtime, the vacation stuff. You got to pay them that, the benefits. And then these companies said, well, we're gonna lobby for Proposition 22, which says, nah, don't pass AB 5, don't classify these workers as employees. And if you do, if you keep them as independent contractors, we will offer guaranteed pay still. That's 120% over minimum wage in the marketplace. And then we'll offer you like healthcare stipends and other things like that. I've heard all the arguments like, well, they're just doing that just because they don't have to pay benefits. And that's absolutely right. And then there's a whole argument here. New York has done things with rideshare. They've been heavy in regulations with rideshare since the last like 6 years, really. Saying if you're going to be here, you got to, charge a certain amount of service fee. You can only charge a certain amount of surge pay to the customer, things like that. Taxis, this is crazy. We've never heard of this before. Taxis are now on the Uber app. That would have never even been considered back in 2015, 2016, when they were fierce competitors and Uber was dominating the taxi fleet. So much so that taxis just free-falled in the amount of taxis that there were in New York. How it's going to affect the future? It's a slow burn, much like anything with regulations and legalities. I don't see heavy restrictions in the immediate term, like 1 to 3 years. I don't think we're going to see a sweeping reclassification, which I feel like is a kind of a good thing, because if there were W-2 restrictions, yes, I get it. There's good things for people that want to do this full time to get the benefits and whatnot. But statistically, that's only maybe 10% of workers that are doing this full time in the gig economy. And, I see both arguments. Like if you're part of that 10%, you're like, dude, I need this stuff. And I get it. We could go on and on about that, but that's kind of my thoughts on that. Good question. The Driven Dad, do you have a tutorial how to set up an Amazon storefront? I don't. I should. Frankly, affiliate income with Amazon Associates has not done very well in the channel. Whenever we introduce something new in the channel, it usually doesn't do well. Like Toro, those videos have done awful. Amazon Associates, I've done beginner videos on Amazon Associate. They haven't just done well, but there's very good opportunities. And I feel like they will do well eventually, just how YouTube works once YouTube kind of finds that audience there. So I'd love to do a video on setting up a storefront, and I might do that anyway, because let me show you mine. So if I go to my storefronts, amazon.com/shop/yourdrivermike, you should check it out as well. Let me sign out so you can see it so I can see it how you see it. Okay. So check this out. If this is the storefront, like, how do you do this? You know, how do you set this up? Okay, here's my storefront. When you go to amazon.com/shop/yourdrivermike, the best accessories for any side hustle. Quick plug. This is what you see. Okay, Toro, work from home, YouTube equipment, delivery, ride share. Let's click on work from home. So here's what you see. 21 items. Let me give you some quick tips. You'll see up here, it says like edit your storefront, and this is called a list. So what you can do when it says edit storefront, you say add a list, and it'll simply say title your list, which is work from home in this case. And then it'll say like add a caption if you want. I would 100% add a caption because it provides context and a little bit of a kind of a selling hook. Proven work from home products that I use and or recommend. So the value is that they're proven. Like I know these things work. They're good quality and they work. So this is what I use. This is literally the desk that I'm sitting at right now, this Flexi Spot desk. But what I did is I provided a couple of other variants. If someone doesn't like the white on white, they may like this black. They might like this wood. It's a higher ticket item, $250. So the commission I get on that is better than like a $20 product. Now, again, I only list quality products. So don't list products that you haven't either tried or know that they're good products. Because if people start buying this stuff and they're garbage products, then no one's going to, keep looking at this store. These are the lights that are literally lighting this live stream right now. It is like, it's late right now in the evening, but look at my lighting on my face. I can't turn them off right now because I'm on Ethernet and they run on Wi-Fi. I have to turn on the Wi-Fi. I don't want to maybe mess up the stream, but that's how I get the lighting on the live stream is the Elgato key lights. It's $160 item. It's a larger ticket item. But what I did is I listed moderate ticket items. Elgato has this key light Air. It's just a smaller version. It's $130. Well, even if that's too much money, I listed this. This is brand new. Logitech just came out with this light. It's called the Litra, $60 for half the cost. It has a little clip. You can literally clip it to your computer or laptop and light your streams or your web calls, your Zoom calls. How am I going to do that? With a webcam. This is what I'm using right now, the Logitech 4K. And it's too much money. You can use this one, right? So when you add these products, when you click on edit list, it'll come up with a little box that's, you know what? I could show you this. Let me try that. And let me show you. I just got to sign in and everything. I'll show you real quick. I know this is not for everybody, so I don't, that's why I don't want to take too much time. I gotta empty my Amazon cart because it pops up on the side. Just buying random stuff for the kitchen. I don't think you care about that as much. Okay. I'm just going to get this set up here in a second. It says edit storefront. I click on that. Good. They've changed a few things which I do not like at all. Here it is. Okay. My goodness. Yeah, they've changed their format for this editing, which again, I really don't like because it makes it harder to find things. That's why it's taking me a second to pull this up for you. They're really making this problem. I have it here. I'll have it in a second. Okay. They're really making this a pain, but I got it. Don't worry. So here it is. Cool. My goodness. So here's what it looks like on the editing side. Here's my Toro list. So when you click on a bunch of things, it says edit storefront, and then you click on idea list. And then if you don't have one, it'll say just create an idea list. So right here, create an idea list. And then again, it says, title. It says right here, if I wanted to edit the caption, here's the title, right? Like I just showed you. Here's where you're going to add products. Find more things to add to your product list. I could type in, what could I type in? I already have it listed, but let's just try this. No smoking sign. No smoking sign decal. Like maybe if I wanted to provide another one. So you type that in, and then here's all the options. So these are all listed on Amazon. You see the products here. Here's the one that I have listed right here. This is the one that I use. 6-pack. But maybe I wanted like this one. No smoking, no vaping. You just click this plus here and it'll add it to your storefront. I'll add it. Why not? And you click it and it adds it right here to your storefront. You can click and drag to change the order, which is, it is being finicky. There we go. To change the order. So what I try to do is group items together. So here's all my decals. I want to list these together, and you can go even deeper. You can click on this to add a comment about the product itself. I haven't used those decals, so I don't want to list it there. So I hope that helps. We went super deep on that. We went super deep on that just because I think that's pretty interesting. We went really deep on that. Cool. Let's get back to our side hustle list here, folks. I did go a little bit longer on that than I wanted to. I just really got into the zone there. I think affiliate income is really cool. So we went a little deep here. So let's get back into it, folks. What I want you to do right now is do that. Post a number 1 through 100. It's time to get back into it. Going over this list of 100 trending side hustles in 2022. It could be anything. We've seen a lot that we have never even seen before, which is pretty crazy. So I need you to post a number 1 through 100. Maybe your number will get picked. We'll go through this list and we'll determine together if it's worth it or not. It could completely not worth it. I don't know. So post your number, any number 1 through 100, and let's find out if the side hustle is worth it. Here's a quick peek. You got to have quick eyes. It can be any one of these. I've not seen this list before. That's why I don't want to see many of these numbers until we pick one together. And I'll pick a number from you in 15 seconds. Don't wait. Put it in the live chat. Type it on your phone real quick if you're on a computer. Jump over here. Type in any number, 1 through 100. Don't wait. Don't get left out. We have just a couple of seconds left to go over your choice here. 5 seconds. And our number is going to be, let's pick a random number here. All right, don't look. It's Ellen. Ellen, appreciate you hanging around here as always. Really since the beginning of the stream, basically. Super supportive. I appreciate that. 27. Is number 27 worth it? Folks, I need you to comment in the live chat as well if these are worth it. Okay, number 27 on this list, renting out storage space. Have a lot of underutilized storage space available, whether it's a shed in your backyard or a bonus room in your house. Make money off it, renting it out for a small monthly fee. What do you think? Is this worth it? Let me know. Thought I had a sneeze there for a second, so I bailed on you. This is fine. This is fine. My only concern with this is if you're doing something like this, I mean, you are just going to have a customer that has access to your property and has basically in and out access, because obviously they need to like use that shed or that garage. It could be anything from long-term storage to like, hey, I need to store whatever for the winter. Or it might be someone that's like, I need to store stuff in here, but I'm going to like kind of run a small business out of this. And you might not realize until you get started. I'm trying to think about this, how to say this. So I had a situation where, you know, well, I guess it doesn't hurt, but I was living with a roommate who was running a small business out of our rental, and with, you know, business equipment, you know, nothing crazy, but like business equipment. It was a screen printing business, basically. Now he didn't print the items. Well, actually, he did print the items using a heat press. So, you know, having all the equipment, cutting machines, sewing machines, printer, and storage racks for carrying items in that rental. So if you're renting out a space, I would just, you know, communicate to see firstly kind of what's allowed. If it's your own home, if it's your own property, then you're probably good. But obviously, you know, just double check with, you know, any coding, what have you. And then just communicate with the person like, hey, is this long-term storage? Do you anticipate being in and out frequently? I just want to know, are you running a small business out of this space? I just want to be sure. And if you're fine with that, that's cool, you know. But then you want to just make sure that, you know, what are your work hours? And or you can set boundaries. Say there's no access to this space after 10 p.m. So there you go. Write it in the contract. If you're going to rent out your garage, there's no access to this space after 10 p.m. And it's written in the contract in writing. So if they ever have a problem with that and they really cause a problem, then you can eventually, worst case scenario, you can go to a lawyer and you can like basically try to kick them out. Like, hey, a breach of contract. It's a breach of contract. I don't think you're really going to have that per se. I'm just trying to look out for you when it comes to kind of this stuff. Yeah, Ramon says, if you have room, for sure. I live in an apartment, so it's a no-go for me. Yeah, I won't say too much about that scenario, but I will say I had that roommate for 2 different properties. One had the space for it and one kind of didn't have the space for it. But I respect the hustle nonetheless. I respected his hustle because I'm doing this. I'm building a business here too. So I 100% respect entrepreneurial hustle. Let's do it again. Post your number 1 through 100. Or I can just pick from the number generator if you want here. Yeah, Keith has a smart point as well. If someone is truly running a business, again, communicate. No one likes surprises, either you or the client. So say, you can write this in contracts. Say, no large equipment, no vehicle store. Well, if it's a garage, obviously there's vehicles. There's no street. Well, you can't even say that because that's public space. But if you control a space, you can say no machine equipment, no gas powered equipment, no noise violations after 10 p.m. And you can even put decibel levels of 70, I don't even know, it's 30, whatever it is, you know, quiet hours after 10, if you do access the space, because maybe they were a live streamer. And we're kind of getting into like tenant rentals versus item rentals. But if it's like a tenant, let's say, and if you're legally allowed, because again, you have to make sure your legalities. California, I know you can rent out converted garages, but maybe they're like a live streamer. They just want a place to like live stream and have their own little business away from their space, because maybe they have roommates, but they stay up late, so they want to stream. I mean, I'm streaming late here too. That they're like, oh, that's fine. I'm not loud. I just want a space to work in private, to stream in private. That's not a problem. But still, write in protections in the contract. All right, next number, 1 through 100. Let's grab one right here. And number 10. Cool. From our list of 100 here. This is an interesting one. What do you think about this, folks? Let me give you the thumbs up, thumbs down again. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Number 10, assemble IKEA or Amazon furniture. What do you think? Is this a good side hustle? Is this a good side hustle? Folks, if you're getting value, drop a like in this marathon live stream right now. For like the price of a cup of coffee, join our VIP team. Click the join button down below. Get access to exclusive videos, behind the scenes, unfiltered takes, first looks on new apps and niches, custom badges and emotes just for our VIPs, like literally custom. You can't find it anywhere else on the internet. Click our join button down below. You can cancel at any time for free. You don't even have to let me know. You can dip out. You can rejoin if you want. Some people hate putting this stuff together so much that they'll pay you to do it. Okay, let me quiz you. What app has been popular for this very purpose? What app is popular specifically for this purpose, for IKEA assembly? What app do you know? Comment in the live chat. The answer is, speaking of VIPs, one of our VIPs, James, appreciate you being here, is TaskRabbit. TaskRabbit really has built a lot of their business model around this. So much so, they have partnered with IKEA. Right here, partnered with IKEA. TaskRabbit. You can become a tasker. Weird name, Tasker. To assemble IKEA furniture. So the clients are already there. The clients are already found for you because they're using TaskRabbit. So can I click on it right here? Furniture assembly. Let's click on that. Let's see what the rates are. Well, I'm not going to enter my street address. No. What can I type in? What can I type in? Oakland, Pittsburgh. Let's try that. IKEA furniture items only. Furniture assembly. For Oakland, Pittsburgh. Let's just do just IKEA furniture. We've made it even easier to hire taskers for furniture assembly based on IKEA products you've purchased. Sweet. Give me some quotes. Let's check if IKEA is available in your area. Okay. Okay, great. Here's our rates. This is what the customer pays. Bed frame, $39 to $57. Bed frame with storage, $74 to $98. Headboards, $19. Underbed storage, $25. Chest of drawers. This is the Malm setup right here. We don't have to get a full quote. $26 to $96. Okay, that's what the customer pays as a tasker, or as the client. This is a tasker right here. Become a tasker. This probably isn't going to give me. Oh, here we go. Boom. Pittsburgh furniture assembly. There you go. There you go. $30 an hour. Where are you at, by the way? Are you in what city are you in? Can we find out your rate? Let me know in the live chat. Post in your live chat. Where are you at? Let's find out how much you can make in your market. Put it in the live chat. Where are you watching from? Let's find out how much money you can make. $30 an hour to assemble IKEA furniture here in Pittsburgh. Yeah. Driven Dad, TaskRabbit. So James, if you have a Tasker account and you haven't gotten jobs yet, if you're pricing your own rates, I assume you're pricing competitively, you know? What I would do is, it's tough. It's really tough because once you get your first clients, then it's a lot easier, you know, because then you have proven reviews. If you can source clients anywhere, it's tricky. I haven't used TaskRabbit as I'm activated, but I haven't used it. But I see you folks. Do we have Houston? Yep. Houston, you can expect $34 an hour assembling furniture. Denver, you can expect 30. So we keep going up. Denver, Dallas. I think there's a typo, but I think it was Dallas. Dallas, Fort Worth, you can expect 43 an hour. My gosh, assembling. Sign up to be a tasker. If you're assembling furniture in Dallas or Fort Worth area, $43. I wonder why it's more, you know. Minneapolis, is Minneapolis in here? Minneapolis, St. Paul, $36. Atlanta, $39. Why is Pittsburgh like the lowest? Like we get the lowest rate. I don't know if Virginia Beach is going to be in here. There's Richmond. Ooh, 27, lower. It's still not bad though. Philadelphia, 49. Fresno, 29. Boise, 27. Albuquerque, 29. Austin, $51. You know what this tells me? Is there's opportunities in Texas. Yeah. We saw Houston pays well. Austin pays well. There's opportunities in Texas. Is San Antonio in here? San Antonio. Wow, 30. See, it drops at $30 in San Antonio, but it's 50 some dollars in, what was it, Austin? 51 in Austin. That kind of just tells me that like there's either lesser demand or they have enough taskers. So it could be that. Could be that. Just a few more. Baltimore, 39. Charlotte, 32. El Paso, 29. Cool. So yeah, there's an opportunity there to assemble IKEA furniture because all of those rates, even the lower rates, you know, even $29 an hour is above our side hustle growth goal. Our goal is $25 an hour on any side hustle. So if you're making even 29, it's good. $50, it's good. And that's, yeah, it's per hour. It says per hour. It could be a real opportunity there. And the reason there might be such high pay is because there is an opportunity. Maybe some of those markets, they need taskers. They don't have enough. So that's why they're paying more. Could be an opportunity there. Cool. Let's do this. Let's jump back to our number generator here so we can really fly through some of these. We're going over a list of 100 of the best side hustles for 2022. And now it is time for number 51. I feel like eventually we're going to get duplicates. So, you know, we'll just go to our next one. Yeah, boom. I've said this before. I've talked about this, folks. Transcribing audio, number 51. This says transcribe interviews. It's the same thing. It's an extension. So transcribe audio with transcribe me. You can transcribe with transcribe anywhere. You can see here. It'll pay you to transcribe audio recordings. Boom. People ask me, what are side hustles I can do from home? What are side hustles I can do without a vehicle? Here you go. Transcribing interviews. Could be a good option there. Let's pick another one. We did 23. 21. Okay. 21. Look at my memory. I'm staying sharp here, folks. I'm staying sharp. 21. Go freelance. Whatever job you do now, try doing a few extra hours of it as a freelance capacity to earn some extra income. So freelance says, like, if I'm doing customer service even, that I volunteer to just take on random customer service jobs, it's freelance. Like I'm just sourcing my own clients. There's apps for that. I forgot to turn down our background music a little bit when I stepped away. But there's apps for some of this stuff. Upwork, you can list, your services on Upwork. But yeah, freelance, it simply means you're sourcing your own clients. Not bad. Not bad there. Our next one is number 30. Number 30 side hustle right now, going over this list of 100. Let's see what number 30 is. Oh my. Look at this one. Look at this one. This one I need to ask you. Let me know in the live chat or the comment section. Yes or no, thumbs up or thumbs down. Number 30 is host Tupperware parties. Host Tupperware parties or Mary Kay parties or any of the like. Most companies will pay you a commission for each sale you receive. If we're talking about OG side hustles again, I mean, this is kind of one of those OG side hustles. What do you think? Number 30, hosting Tupperware parties. Let me take a sip of water here. Thumbs up, thumbs down, yes or no? Is this a good side hustle? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Hosting Tupperware parties. Keith says, excuse me. Keith says no. Ramon says, I would host a gaming gear party, not so much Tupperware. Look, I mean, the traditional sales parties, like quote unquote sales parties, where someone comes over, organizes this party, provides, snacks and drinks and highlights different products to the people that are there. I think that's dead. I'll give you a hot take. I think that's dead for a lot of reasons. Number one, you can reach infinitely more people digitally than in person. Number two, I mean, what? Your conversion rates, I mean, this is sales. This is all this is. This is sales under the kind of event of this party. And people know that. People know they're going to these they're hot leads, as they call it, which means they already have an interest in the product or the service. They're a hot lead. So they're going already, like, yeah, I'm going to have some fun. I know I'm looking for this stuff anyway. I'm going to see how good this is. I think this is an older demographic. I think this is, you're going to reach a lot less people. Even if you're good at selling, your conversions, you can make so much more money online. So having said that, I would host digital Tupperware parties or digital gaming gear parties. Let me give you an example. If I can, no, I don't want to do that. Come on. Let me see if I can find you an example. Come on, come on. Where is it? Come on. Come on. I'm on Amazon. Do you know what I'm looking for right now? Boom, I found it. Let's click this. Never mind. I don't like that one. Let's go to this. Cool. Look at this. Host digital parties. People are already doing this with this. This is Amazon Live. Have you heard of this? This is Amazon Live. These are digital hosting parties. This is exactly what this is the new age of Tupperware hosting parties. This individual right here is selling. She is selling these products and she will get a commission on these sales. Here's a hook right here. Here's a hook for the viewer, a $50 gift card giveaway today. There's a live chat right here. What if I typed in, hey, you're on my live stream right now, right? This is super interactive. There's different creators down here that are currently live. Here are the products that she's talking about. She's talking about this Volando travel makeup case, $23.79. There's currently a discount down from $29. Do you believe that's a true discount? No. That's just a sales tactic. Like, yes, I get it's a discount, but like they're offering a discount because it's a featured live stream product. Right here, Amazon Live, shoppable live streams. This is like QVC to the next level. Look at her. She's high. Look how soft this is. These are bag, look, see, it's a bag separator. They're Velcro. You can take them out, put them back in. Look how convenient this is. You can see this shirt, $22. She may be wearing a different colorway of the same shirt. And she will get a commission on these sales. I've never done this, so I'm not sure what her commission is, if she gets an upfront payout. I believe this is probably commission-based. There's all these creators here. You can follow her if you like her presentation style. And I'm sure, again, I haven't done this. I'm sure you can make really good money. Ramon says, I didn't know this existed. Exactly. And I guarantee you, look, she's reaching 282 people right now.
This whole back area is a zip too. You could put your sanitary.
I'm going to mute it. We're not sharing the audio. I don't want to share the audio just in case anything's weird with copyright. But look, she's reaching almost 300 people on a random Saturday evening at midnight. It's 9 p.m. Pacific, 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're basically at midnight. She's reaching 300 people. Do you think a traditional Tupperware party could reach 300 people at midnight? Right? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Cool. I'm just going to grab a few more and then we're going to wrap it up here, folks. We've been going for quite some time. Hope you're getting value in this video. If you are, drop a like in this video. Our next side hustle, deep down the list, number 90. Number 90. So in this list here of 100 of the most trending side hustles right now, we've been going through this all day, well, most of the day. Yeah, and Deb says, I didn't know Amazon allowed this. Not only is it allowed, but sometimes it's featured on their homepage. Amazon.com on the homepage, they will feature a live streamer that are legit salespeople. That's all it is. They're salespeople talking about products. And here's what I love about live stream selling. Like I've sold to you plenty of times during this stream. I don't necessarily call it selling because they're truly products and services like our Amazon storefront down below. If you shop via those links, I'll get a commission. yourdriveformight.com/delivery, taking that mastering delivery course. Go take it if you want the fast track. There you go. I'm doing the same thing here, but I've done actual sales and I was awful at that because it truly was selling. I was pushing a product that I'm not an expert in. I'm not an expert in that niche. So I didn't truly know. I didn't know the client that is the best thing for them. I really did not enjoy that. What I talk about here today with the courses, with the, what's the word? The accessories that we talk about. Again, like I know our demographic. I know our audience. I know what's kind of important to you. I know that the course can truly help you. I made the course myself. So that's why I like that a lot better than just saying, hey, you need to sell 90 of these. If I could do an Amazon stream like that, if I could do a stream like that and they let me pick the niche, like YouTube gear, videography gear and YouTube gear specifically, like put me live. I'll talk to 10,000 people and give me a commission on YouTube gear. I'm not a camera expert, but I know like general, well, more than general, but I know like YouTube gear and stuff like that. Or side hustle gear. I could talk to anyone about that. Number 90. We'll do two more after this. Here's another cool one. Selling clothes. I'll ask you, is it a good side hustle? Is this a good side hustle, selling used clothes online? Like ThreadUp, I haven't heard of that. I have heard of Poshmark. eBay. The year is still funny. If you're just joining, I think this is an article from 2021. They just changed the title, which is funny. They could have just gone through the article to search for 2021 and changed it. Whatever. Yeah, this is fine. Obviously, it has to be gently used. It can't be completely, worn out stuff. But this is akin to selling the stuff you don't use on OfferUp, on Facebook Marketplace. It's kind of the same thing. You're not using it anyway. In fact, there are clothes that I've bought that I just never wore because, frankly, I was too lazy to return them. I'm like, they don't fit that bad. I'll just return it, and I never did. And it's basically never worn. So it could be things that you wore just once. Maybe formal attire. Maybe you lost weight or gained weight, right? Let's be real. Maybe things just don't fit you. It's a style that you no longer like, but someone else may really like it. So you can sell the clothes. So yeah, I think that's certainly feasible. Two more. Number 61, and we'll do one more. Number 61. Oh, some of these are fun. Hey, drop a like on this video, folks. I appreciate you being here on this marathon hustle stream. Endless value here. Look at number 61, please. Look at number 61. Selling baked goods. Set up a booth at your local farmer's market and sell freshly baked goods at a fun. That is a fun side hustle idea. Is this a good side hustle? Yes or no? Selling baked goods. Comment that down below in the live chat or in the comment section. Again, let me give you a hot take on this. I'm leaning towards no, and here's why. Number one, the margin. Look, this channel is not like a food delivery channel. Sorry, it's not. It's not about Amazon. It's not about Walmart. This channel is about making money. I'm trying to make 5 figures a month, 6 figures a year. And I want you to hit your goals, whatever it is. Maybe more than me, maybe less than me, whatever. I want you to hit your goals. So when it comes to making money, I don't like this. Number 61, selling baked goods. The margin. What do I mean by that? How much time is it going to take you to do this? 30 minutes if you're fast to prep I'm talking about prep, not bake time. 30 minutes to prep the ingredients. If you've memorized the recipe, yep, I know how much flour and sugar and all this stuff. 30 minutes, I have all the stuff. I've whipped it together. I've used a little ice cream scoop to put them in the muffin tins. And then the baking is more semi-passive, right? You just let it go. You monitor it, but you basically let it go. You can do other things. But then you got to sell it. So what are you going to do? You're going to go to a farmer's market. There's a booth fee. It's like, I don't know what it is. I've never done it, but like, what is it? $50? $100? $200? If it's like La Jolla, not La Jolla. I used to go to one Little Italy, downtown San Diego. Super popular. I'm betting those booth fees are kind of, it's not going to be super expensive, but it's reasonably expensive. So after all of that, booth fees, the time it took you to make, to prep it, the hours that you're going to spend at the farmer's market, is it worth it? Because remember, you have to claim that revenue It's earned income on your taxes, of course. Taxes aren't withheld from that. You know, you have to pay taxes on that. It might be worth it. If you're going huge, what you might want to do, if you do want to hack this, is sign up for every single farmer's market in your marketplace. Like San Diego had tons of them. Well, you couldn't sign up for all of them, but sign up for like 10 or 5, and then hire people to run them for you. You probably need 2 people at the minimum to run a booth, maybe 1 if you're in a small marketplace. You hire like 2 to 3 people to run your booth. And now you truly have a business. So what you can do is run your baking business. You have a website, you have a presence across socials. You're truly running a business. This is how you hit 6 figures plus. And then you hire people to run your booths, your employees in essence. And then maybe you also have an actual brick and mortar. Like we're going huge, which is fine. I don't want you to be afraid of thinking big. You should. Don't be afraid of 6 figures. Don't be like, oh my, that's crazy. I've only ever made 20 or 30 or 40,000 a year. I can never do it. Like you can make it. I'm not the biggest earner here. So you can see how huge you can go. But if you're doing everything yourself, just be smart. Bruce, I see you in here, very active in the live chat as we wind down this stream. I appreciate you being here. I see some yeses. Yeah, I mean, these could start. Ooh, selling your recipes is a good idea, Bruce. Yes. Why? Because now we're building out multiple revenue streams. That is the goal of the channel, to build out multiple revenue. You should have as many as you can do. I have more than 8 right now. So I love that idea. You run the farmers markets and then you sell recipes. Hey, by the way, if you're interested in making this at home, I have all my recipes for this, that carrot cake, the carrot cake that you like, that you're not going to get it today. The banana bread. I know you got one of those for a gift. Like, by the way, you can make all this yourself. I have this recipe book. It's just $8, $10. Or, if you have like a ton, if you have like hundreds of recipes, you can charge $20 for it. Oh, by the way, like, hey, and you know what you can also do? You can upsell. Say, you see that recipe book over there? It has 500 recipes. And I know that it takes time to, make a physical product. But if you have a recipe book, hey, it's $20, but since you bought something else, I'll give it to you for $15 or $14 or whatever it is. That's an upsell. So yes, while you're offering it at a discount, you've just gotten that customer to spend $15 that they weren't going to spend. So now your conversion, your average order volume, sometimes companies call it has increased because you got more spending. I mean, we've all been there. We've all been upselled on things like, hey, since you bought that, I remember I bought a suit. I was pretty young. I bought a suit for interviews, and the guy who was a sales shark, and you can smell when someone's too salesy, which I didn't like. The best salespeople never seem like they're selling. He said, I was buying this suit, and he said, do you have a shirt for that suit? And I'm like, yeah, I have a white button down. And he leaned in, and he lowered his voice and he said, no, do you have a shirt for that suit? Like saying like, this is like a brand new suit. It's a nice suit. You don't want to wear something crummy. And like, I was already like topping my budget. Like, don't be afraid to say no, of course. But I'm like, I'm already spending as much as I want to spend. Right. But I'm like, this guy is upselling me hard. But he was trying to increase the average spend. So great ideas there. Bruce, I briefly talked about vending machines. Check out our video. You can just search vending machines. I'm not sure if ghost kitchens are on the list. James, thanks for being here. Let's do one or two more. I don't know. Thea, thanks for being here. I don't know. Is it very hard to get a small business loan? I don't know. I've never done it. That's a conversation you have to have with the lenders. I'm sure they're looking at credit score. I'm sure they're looking at the business itself. I believe when you go to ask for a small business loan, they're going to ask about the business plan. They might ask about projections. They may ask to see a business plan. I think I'm just talking anecdotally here because I've never done it, but yeah, they're going to want to see like, what's your business plan? Do you have any clients? How have you been doing? If you're asking for like $20,000, $50,000, they're going to have to see like past sales numbers. Let me look at your books maybe, et cetera, et cetera. How much money have you been bringing in? Even if you're just starting, they're going to want to see the business plan. Like how, like, let me see your projections. Have you done any numbers on this? So you can maybe talk to an expert to get a true business plan mocked up. That would only help you out. Yeah, one or two more. Let's see. Next one is number 63. Just write down the list. Okay. Become a mystery shopper. Signing up for to be a mystery shopper on sites like Bestmark is one of the most fun side hustle ideas out there. Not only can you make a bit of extra cash on the side, but it also comes with a lot of cool perks like free dinners. Well, yeah, because you'd get a free dinner because maybe the app is telling you, hey, go dine out at this restaurant. And again, let me punch in the emojis here. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Is this a good one? Mystery shopper? What do you think? So they'll say like, hey, go to this restaurant and buy this, or maybe they'll say spend at least $30 and let us know how it is. Because and what they'll say is, moreover than that, they'll ask, what they want to know is, and this is going to be like an internal audit, it's called. So the restaurant will say, did the server greet you? Did the waitress greet you? Did they ask how your day is? Did they go through our list of appetizers? Did they recommend the feature entree of the day? During your meal, did they mention dessert? Did they try to upsell you on dessert? Did they try to upsell you on a bar drink? Because maybe we're trying to increase our bar revenue. Did they try to upsell you on a bar drink? So it's an internal audit to see if employees are actually following what the restaurant wants them to follow. Being a mystery shopper, or go into Target, buy this, that, and that, and were the items stocked well? Were the items faced well? Which means pulling the items to the front of the shelf to make it look nice. I've never used Bestmark, but there you go. We're uncovering new websites and new ways to make money. Yeah, that's another one that's been around for a while. I see Christopher with the thumbs up. Yeah, and again, with active revenue streams, stuff that asks for your time in exchange for money, just really go over the cost benefit of that. Like, is it worth it for me to do this versus the payout? Number 85 is our next one. I'm picking from a random list here, folks, a list of 100 side hustles. And we're going over. We're going over if it's worth it. My gosh. Number 85. What do you think about number 85? Let me take a sip of water here. Comment right now. I'm looking up something right now. Can you be a celebrity impersonator? Number 85. Is this a good side hustle? I'm trying to find something for you right now. I found it. I think I found it. Yep, I found it. I found it. Can you be a celebrity impersonator? No, if you don't have the skills, don't even try it. Don't pretend if you don't have skills to be a celebrity impersonator. But let me show you something really interesting. Is if you do have skills, if you're an actor, right? If you have skills, then you can really make some money, because check this out. Check this out. The best Donald Trump impersonator, in my opinion, is this gentleman, John D. Domenico. John D. Domenico. This guy right here. In my opinion, the best Donald Trump impersonator. We're not making any political statements, okay? I'm just saying, hilarious. Hilarious. I've seen him on YouTube. He's been featured everywhere. Nightline, BBC News, NBC News, The Hill, The Week. Hilarious. Again, I don't even really follow politics, so don't worry. I don't really have a stance on politics. Look, book John today. Click on this. Let's see. It's going to be a lot of money. For inquiries, et cetera, right? So you can request to book John right here. And I guarantee you it's probably going to be at least $5,000, $10,000, maybe a keynote for $15,000. Legit like that. Really, I imagine he's bringing in that much money because his skills are very, very good as far as the mannerisms, the vocal tonalities. So I know it sounds funny to be a celebrity impersonator, but if you have the skills like John here, very, very funny. And I'm sure he makes hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. Pretty neat. Yeah, for the average person, that's not the most feasible thing. I mean, clearly, I get that. One more. What's going to be our last side hustle idea for today? Random number generator chooses 92. I don't think we've done that yet. Become a notary. No, that's boring. Let's do another one. Sorry. Number 25. Teach yoga. Yeah, pretty straightforward. I want to end on a really interesting one. 49. Shovel snow. It's straightforward. It's straightforward. I get it. Let's see if we can find a real, you know what? Let me just scroll through the list here. Number 70. There it is. There's our ending one. We are still live. Rick Reviews. We're going to marathon stream today. 2 hours and 46 minutes. Cause I got the energy today. Number 70. This is a great one to end on. Can you do me a favor before we go? Can you drop a like on this video? Consider clicking that join button down below to join our inner circle. And then lastly, for any side, well, most side hustles, check out our Amazon storefront linked down below for the best accessories for the side hustle. Number 70. Let me just let this stew here for a second as I drop the emojis in the live chat as well. Number 70. Read it. What do you think? What does number 70 say? It's right here. Number 70. Number 70 right here. What does number 70 say? Number 70 says, join Rent a Friend. Yes, you read that right. Rent a Friend lets you set your rate as a rentable friend. Nothing dirty, we promise. To join as your +1 to a social event or even just to show you around town. What do you think about this? I've never heard of this. Would you rent your time to a stranger to maybe join a concert, go to a food festival, to check out a museum together? What if they're like, hey, can you come over and bake? Or, hey, we can cross side hustles. Can you come run my food stand with me? That's a little different, right? But can you go to the park with me to hang out? Would you be a rent-a-friend? Okay. Kidding aside, honestly, I do see a market for people that want this. Seriously, all jokes aside, maybe you're an elderly person. Maybe you just struggle meeting new people. I mean, I'm very introverted myself in the real world, as surprising as that is. A lot of YouTubers are actually. but like seriously, there is an audience that could benefit from this. Again, an elderly person, maybe they just lost their partner. They're looking to meet someone as a friend. Maybe, again, someone who's just lonely. Maybe someone that moved to a new area. And sure, I mean, obviously there's organic ways to meet people. By the way, if you are looking for an organic way to meet people, Meetup is a way to do that. That's an app that shares, you can find people with common interests, Meetup. And then they all meet and they just do cool stuff together, like pottery clubs, book clubs, and stuff like that. So you can find people with common interests. But for this, someone is, that you don't pay for, by the way, Meetup. It's just, a free thing that people can meet up. Right. But to pay for it, for companionship, I mean, I get it. I get it. It is awkward for some. I completely get, and then there's a safety concern, if I'm, but if you're doing stuff in public, then lesser so, right? I'd just be concerned about any like private property stuff, like someone's home and stuff like that. If they want you to like hang and watch a movie, right? I would be pretty skeptical of that. But stuff in public, like when I moved to San Diego, like I had to meet people, and if I wanted to like do something, I don't know if I necessarily like pay for this per se. I'd use Meetup, but I can see an audience for that. And look, even the article says like, hey, we know it's a little sketchy. Like, I think that kind of like tips off how valid this would be. But again, there could be certainly an audience for that. That's very interesting. Yeah, very interested. So folks, I hope you got value in today's video. Crazy, almost 3 hours of side hustle content today. I think that definitely deserves a like and maybe a subscribe if you gotten value here today. So everything will be linked down below in the description as far as timestamps. I do not know if this video is going to be listed in its entirety. I don't know about that. But certainly if it is, there'll be timestamps to every single side hustle, everything that we talked about down below in the description. I hope you did get value in this video today and that you're enjoying your weekend so far, or whenever you're watching this video. Lots of, I think the take home point is there's so many ways to make money that basically every side hustle that we saw in tonight's list, like most all of them were new that we haven't talked about on the channel. There's tons of ways to make money in different side hustles. So if you think things are slowing down, if you think there's not enough opportunities, like now is the time to double down, to subscribe, to watch these videos, because that's what we do here. We help you make money in different side hustles. Keith, cool video, cool vlog. I appreciate that. Ramon, I appreciate you being here. Video turned out great. I appreciate that as well. I appreciate all the kind words. Aaron, well, you can rewind. YouTube does let you rewind live streams, but in just a second, it's going to post and tons of value there for you. So I appreciate you being here, folks. Enjoy the rest of your evening or day whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in the next one.